But it took him so long to even get to that point where he's looking for a solution that's like, all right, let me get rid of her being in love with me totally. Every other thing before that, he's like, how can I keep her in love with me without it being weird? How can I make her normal, make her like Nikki, but she's still in love with me? Like, he just wouldn't let go.
And kill yourself because you her life up.
Yeah,
but no,
and it took her to be
you're being
mutilated.
Bebop, got it on lock. Check your wristwatch. Tick tock, time for lift off. You hear the stars calling.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Welcome back, Bebop Boys Podcast, where we talk about movies, comic book, anime, all type of fly. And it's been a good minute, but we back, man. That was my heroin impression.
Good to be back.
2 weeks.
Yeah, good minute. We back. How everybody doing?
Great.
Good.
Don't all speak at once. Don't all speak at once on the audio broadcast.
Lego Batman is out. I'm doing swell.
Dog, that shit.
I'm trying to wait. I'm trying to wait until it comes down a little bit because she's down to one job now, so I gotta watch how I spend money. But like,
no, that's fire. Dog.
It's not worth $80. I'm sorry.
It's worth it.
I'm not paying $80
That's
for
the
a
nigga who
game.
don't got the $80. Hush. Mute up.
I know.
Mute up.
I'm sorry.
Mute up.
No, I'm not
That
paying $80.
Fire.
I'm not paying $80.
How are we already yelling? It's 45 seconds.
Known. It was on for a year.
45 seconds, and we already yelling.
It's been on
and
for
I'm the yeller.
No, you're not. You're the aggressive. He's the yeller.
So, Santon, what do you like most about the game?
I love everything about Batman. You could put him in a dog game and I'll play it, honestly.
Which fit is your favorite fit?
Out of all in the game?
I'll
probably have to unlock them before I really give a good opinion. But I do like that the Batman fit.
Okay.
Batman, yeah.
I seen they had the DC KO Fight Night fit. That one looks sweet. Of course, I've seen the Absolute Batman one.
Yeah, the Absolute Batman is probably my favorite.
I've seen the new Batman, the Matt Fraction Batman run, the one that just came out, his new fit. That one was fire.
That's a good one.
Do they have Batman Beyond one?
Got a Batman Beyond.
That's fire.
If you pre-ordered the game, you got the Batman Beyond.
I've been watching the, what do you call it? The movie version? What do you call it? The
Batman movie?
No, the Lego of the.
It sounds like Real Arnett is playing the voice too, which is really
the clips
good.
of the game, like the cutscenes. That's what.
Yeah.
I've been watching the cutscenes and like how they're handling the dark parts of it. Like the only death is, Martha and John, and then everything else is just like a campy undertone to it.
My boy posted him playing the game, and the shit in there is so up.
Like how they did Two-Face?
Well, no, I'm talking about like him
when
as a
little
kid. And he's
boy.
like, man, I really love my life. I hope this never changes.
Sunshines and rainbows.
Yeah. He's just like, I really love my parents. And it's just like, that's the dialogue they gave me.
It's really like, it's fucked up.
They did a joke exactly like that in the Lego Star Wars Christmas special, which is phenomenal if you guys watch that. But there's a part where young Anakin's walking and he's like, oh, I can't wait to like be good or whatever. And then there's like a guy behind that's like, red flags over here. Who wants a red flag?
Bro, the Lego things are so good.
Yeah, they are
It's
really
insane.
good.
I seen someone said that Lego Batman was their least favorite movie. And I was like, that's the best Batman movie in my opinion. Because I love superhero things, of course, but I like it when we make fun of them. Like that's why I love Teen Titans Go.
Yeah.
Because Teen Titans Go, like
Fucking
everything in a comic book thing is always so serious. So everyone's like, oh my God, like they dumped it down for the kids and all that shit from the regular Teen Titans. I'm like, bro, that shit was dark. We got it. We're fine. Let's get something else where, like, I never forget in one of the episodes, they're in a storage closet. In the background is an urn. And it just says Robin 2. And I'm like, dude, that's so fucked up. But like a kid won't understand that.
Yeah.
But a comic book reader will see that and be like, bro, that's hilarious.
why that kind of go into Devil May Cry. Like it's not exactly like the games, just a little bit more.
I was actually going to bring up anime because anime does it a lot, where they'll make a spin-off. So Attack on Titan would be the biggest one. Yeah, like they'll come out with a spin-off of just like a chibi, lighthearted version.
Or the
of
Naruto version.
That was so
bro.
That was
so
funny. Like I love that. It was hilarious.
The junior high one was like,
it was very funny.
It was so funny, bro. And it was like takes on like things that actually happened in the show, but it was just like a ridiculous kind of version of it.
And the Titans aren't even like enemies.
No,
they're just part of it. They're just there.
Yeah.
Like they're just
like big
assholes
animals
that eat their food. That's
I think people who hate those are truly miserable people. Yeah. If you don't understand that this is just to make fun of the seriousness and the light, like to make something so dark lighthearted just because that is
Please give me
fucking
a
impressive.
chibi version of Berserk.
Yeah.
You know, like
when
if
I
you
saw
want-
that, when I saw the version of that, the Junior Hive thing, someone commented and was like, the comment literally was like, "I'm so happy they made something so these people can get a break from like the heaviness of the show."
Oh, for the characters themselves,
for like the actual
okay.
voice actors and
Yeah.
shit like that.
The
same
creators.
voice actors.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
like
that's
all
cool.
the same
Yeah.
people. It's just like different, like a light-hearted version of it. So yeah, I
That's
think
why
it's
I love the Lego Batman movie because like it makes fun of all the just ridiculousness that comes with comic book, not even comic book movies, but like those genres in general. Because like I think in the movie Darth Vader's in the movie, Sauron from
Yes,
Lord of the
Sauron.
Rings. Because I'm not a Lord of the Rings fan, but he's in the movies like the main villain at the end, I think, or some shit like that with Joker. Like it's just ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense.
All of WB's villain properties, like
Yeah.
Voldemort's in it.
And then he's just like there hoeing the shit out of Dick Grayson the whole time. It
They
just,
made Dick Grayson look like a.
this is
Just
so
like Carrie
fucking funny.
Kelly. Like they
He
literally
looked
gave
like
him
Carrie
that
Kelly,
aesthetic.
but
Yeah.
like the personality of like 1950s Robin.
But it's so good.
Like
And Will
cheesy.
Arnett's Batman is so good.
No. No.
It's so good, dude. That's my favorite Batman movie actually of all time. So
no, that was
It's definitely top 5.
Yeah,
also
that's a great one.
side note. Well, not side note. After that, we haven't been here because last week was Comic-Con and the week before that was Mother's Day.
and we love our moms.
We got a lot of shit
Love my
for
mom.
Comic-Con.
Love you, mom.
So like that's gonna be fun. The clips
yeah,
that
we
are gonna
did.
come out of that are gonna be
I forgot
so
about
funny. They're so
Lear was sweating.
Lear was sweating, but Lear was snapping though.
Yeah.
Lear
He
was
did his
Somebody
thing.
got to do it.
that was fire. And I was going through them and
Yeah,
then
good job.
yeah.
What's our first topic? What's our first topic? 'Cause-
No, don't
No,
say
I
that.
don't
Don't
got-
say that. Don't say that. No,
positive
no,
affirmation.
Hey, we have to move on.
Wait for the
because, like,
topic.
I'm not here exactly. So
You're right,
you gotta
you're
leave in
right,
10
you're
minutes.
Yes,
Oh,
he
shit.
said that in the group chat.
Yep, that's
Well,
true.
I don't remember
My
nothing.
bad.
All right.
Well,
First
check
topic.
the fucking
Demon
group
Slayer.
chat.
Or not Demon Slayer. Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry.
Well, no. What do you want to talk about? What do you need to
Let's do
get
Devil
up?
May Cry. Let's do Devil May Cry.
Are you leaving at 2:15 or 2:30?
2:30.
All right, so we got 30 minutes. Why you just do that? What the what's the point of that?
I said I would leave at 2:30. We don't listen to
All
the
right,
podcast.
what are we getting into? What are we
Benny,
getting
come
into?
here.
Benny, come on, sit down and give your nerd news, baby.
Nerd news.
Yeah, you gotta get
Oh,
you gotta
that's
get closer because I
crazy.
don't think the camera
That's
can see.
crazy. Wes said you
All right,
gotta
just
sit on
lay
his
down.
lap.
Put on your knees in front of the camera right there.
Wait,
I
what?
don't like the way you said
Get on
that.
your knees in front of the camera right
No, bro, no. Can
Put your-
y'all let Benny live?
Put your
bro?
pick back in, bro.
Why y'all trying to pimp Benny out right here on screen on camera?
here.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, right.
Oh wow,
No.
No, absolutely.
What are we saying here?
wow, that's crazy.
No, thank you.
Still looking at the back of his head. No.
I don't
Oh,
need these niggas
right.
alive. No, I'm about to
Silence.
Car.
Silence. All right. Forza 6 and Lego Batman got leaked like days before. Both still great games, but that shit's funny because they put everything on Steam and people just leaked it. But that's stupid because even if you download it, they'll see you on the servers. So it's like, why are you even doing it? 2, we got Sony is keeping their exclusives to PS5 only. So like Spider-Man, Wolverine, etc. They're not doing the PC release anymore. Whatever. They just said they weren't getting enough money. Oh, no. For real. And then there's a Sony State Play June 2nd, and they're doing a theater release, so obviously something crazy is going to come out, hopefully. And then the Boys spinoff with the original Uprising and all the original superheroes, and that can lead into topic number
You leading to what?
uno. The Boys. And before I get off, I got some things to say. Ryan should have lost his powers. Or no, he should have died or not lost his powers at all from the chemical blast because he's the only person that like doesn't have V. He was born with it. So
I
it's
got
like
some
it's either you're
theories on
dead
that.
or like nothing.
I
Like
got some
well,
or
theories
you don't
on that.
lose them. Or maybe they're just dormant and they come back. But it's like, what are we doing here?
I don't think it's that.
All right, that's really all I got for now for this topic.
Thank you, Benny.
Before we do that, actually, because we were supposed to talk about Mortal Kombat.
Roll out.
Get the out of here, Benny.
And then he literally
Get the fuck out of here, Benny. Bro,
funny.
so before we were supposed to talk about Mortal Kombat, but we gonna scrap Mortal Kombat and talk about Obsession, because Obsession was
Hold on,
amazing.
don't do no spoilers for it.
Shut up.
No.
You shut up. I can't.
He was supposed.
I thought you saw it yesterday.
We're not doing Mortal Kombat. No.
That he could have stayed at home then. That's the only
He
thing
was gonna be here anyway. Okay, no. This is your fault.
I'm a sick girl.
We were supposed to see it on Monday. You asked me. Okay. Anyway, Obsession was amazing.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10, bro. Bro, you know what I thought about too with that?
What do you think about?
That it's crazy how rare it is that something lives up to its expectations or like lives up to the hype.
True.
Because like this was like hype, but like it wasn't hype like how like Sentenced to Be a Hero or like where like the hype is just online or like you hear that there's hype around it. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone hears like you know like you go on Facebook or Instagram or Threads or whatever the fuck and everyone's like everyone's saying this is the scariest movie out. No, this was like people you know are like, bro, you got to go see this shit. Like that's a different kind of hype and it actually hit like that. Like it
was great.
Phenomenal, bro. Like that's probably like my favorite, the best horror movie I've seen.
I'm just impressed on the stats. Like $1 million budget and made $100 million.
There's a reason.
They got money.
There's a
If you
reason.
watch
I
the
wouldn't make
movie,
another movie
it's
again.
really no like. The only thing it's really playing for is like actors, maybe location. It's like a few blood scenes and everything.
But
but
that's like
more.
what was that
It's
movie that we
little
saw?
The
Undertone.
Yeah.
Undertone
had like a $500,000 budget. Like when I said that when we left, I was like, if the budget is under $1 million and it's a horror movie, that shit won't slap. Because that means that means they shot that shit in one location or maybe two, and they just put everything into the story and everything into the actors. And boy, that girl from that movie, oh my
Acted her
God,
ass
bro.
off. Her performance was crazy. I'm not even like
Veronica's
like
budget
an
was
acting
$1 million.
critic, but
Over
she
$1
was
million.
acting for her
So what
ass
was Obsession
off.
about, y'all? Tell
Obsession
the premise of Obsession.
was about a guy who was down bad
Down bad.
and he was so instead of confessing his feelings to the girl he liked, he bought her a gift, which was like a wishing willow, which is like this little stick. And then he bought her a gift. He meant to give it to her. He got flustered. And then he had the opportunity to tell her how he felt. He didn't take it. And instead, he broke the wishing willow and wished that she would love him more than anything else. And just went straight downhill.
Type of effect. Like,
Huh?
be careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
Yes.
Monkey paw.
Yes.
100%.
It's exactly like it was instant. And that was like, it was the story, like it went downhill for him. But as a viewer, that was a constant uphill like kind of thing. And it was just so phenomenal, bro. Like unbelievably good.
The way the movie was paced was really good because like the first 30 minutes is it's literally just okay, what's going on. Then you find out he got I'm about to say Weeping Willow. He got the Wishing Willow, and then as soon as he snapped the shit, that's when the movie
nigga. And that's 10 minutes into the fucking movie. Like it's like, bro, it was an instant shift. Her, bro, she did like I cannot believe that she could act like that, bro. Like the acting, especially because what was happening, spoiler alert, Nick, especially because what was happening was like there was like an entity basically that like took her over and the real her would like snap out. So like the actress had to like be the girl and the real her at the same time, and then like kept like having to switch between them. It's crazy.
I also thought it was really cool how she portrayed the being coming into existence and then learning firsthand how to communicate. Because I saw the clip where she first started going, "Hey, what up?" And then the way that they're interacting, she's like, "Hey, you lost your dog. I'm sorry. You want to hang out?"
Yeah.
And then he's like, "What's wrong with you?" And she's like, "What's wrong with you? Yeah. What's wrong with you? Yeah. Wait, what is going like just like that?" Where I'm
Yeah,
like,
she
wow.
was, and she was like, I saw a theory from a girl that was like, she was like a reviewer, I guess, and she said that she had a theory basically that the entity or whatever it was that was like took her over was basically just mirroring his desires.
Yeah.
So like she was like she was mirroring his desire. Yes, exactly what he wanted. That's why in the beginning she started saying things that like weren't true for her. They were true like that, like what you said. He lost his cat and she kept saying like, "Can I come over? Like my cat died." And he was like, "You have a cat?" And she was like, "Yeah." Like like she was just like didn't know what to say. And then so it's like going back and forth like initially between that and then throughout the movie she kept kind of warping into other people to the point where like not other people but like she started doing things that were kind of like not in line with who she was.
Well, she did kind of like try to morph into another person. Nick, put your phone down. She did try to morph into another person because when she killed Sarah, you hear it. You gonna hear it. Because when she killed Sarah and he came back, she put on her dress and like put on her tattoos and because she thinking that he likes her. He thinking that he likes her, bro. It was even the scene where this killed Sarah, bro, when she put the brick through the window and smashed her head against
that was the cinder block moment.
Bro, it's crazy. Now, I wanted to say something about that entity because the director said, through his own words, it wasn't an entity. So, like, bro, what do you mean it's not an entity? We heard her on the phone call with that dude. I don't know if he was holding her hostage to say, "Yo, you want to talk to Nikki?" Bro, it sounds like an entity.
It doesn't. That part was like weird because it was like she was in the background screaming, but then she was also in the girl. So like,
I think it's like her soul is like I don't know. It was very.
Have you guys watched the short horror film The Chair?
Didn't he do that?
Chair? Yes, he did. And The Chair, if you remember like how it ends, it's very like what is shown is very like supernatural, weird stuff, wild. But then from the guy's perspective that's going through that shit, he doesn't know whether it's like real or not. Like anyways, Curry Barker, he said that the point of that short film was making the decision and things going wrong. Is it actual manifestation of things going wrong, or is it you thinking that things are going wrong, so you're making that? So maybe in this film it's like, is that actually an entity of her going wrong, or is it that mentally manipulated, you know, like in the extreme?
Yeah,
you can't more really ambiguous
tell. But I saw stuff where they were saying like he was taking stuff from different films that he had already done and implementing them because like the step, I think it was, I don't know if it was from The Chair or like a different movie, but the way that she was walking was like from a different movie that he did. And then like so like there were different elements and different shots that he took from like his short films and implemented them in here. And then
what's up?
And then I saw something where she studied a bunch of horror movies before she did this one, and she literally implemented things directly from other movies.
Well, you could tell like when she like, "Yo, kill me," you could tell like the little like her tone is like she practiced that.
But like so like the no thing, she said she got that from Get Out.
Oh yeah.
Like where the maid lady And then she said that she got the standing in the corner thing from Hereditary. Like,
Bro,
so
that was
creeped
funny
me
as hell.
out.
Bro. It was
That
creepy,
was-
but it was so fucking
But
funny.
it was so dope too, because it was like you're taking something directly from something else and you can't really tell. Like, you couldn't really see it. Like, it felt familiar. Like, I noticed as I was watching it, I was like, a lot of the stuff felt familiar, but I couldn't tell you exactly what it was from. But it was because they took like different kinds of things. I think the spin on it, like having it be about a relationship versus like be a possessed person or be a monster or like whatever, makes a difference. Like I've had situations like, so this is a weird analogy, but like when I've been making beats and I've taken a drum pattern that I put in like bless you. I've taken a drum pattern that I put in like a trap song, and then I changed the BPM and put it in a love song, and you can't hear the difference. Like, but it's the same thing. And I think it's like that.
So you took that beat, that up the scope beat. Where drum pattern is that from, bro?
I couldn't do that there.
Okay.
Because I made that with Gage.
Okay. So before we leave the topic, bro, and we talked about this before we got on mic. You don't think Bear is a villain? Pause.
No.
You don't think he is?
He is.
I don't think he's a villain.
He is.
I think it's just a f***ed up situation.
It was, but he
because
is.
It's like, I don't think in that situation, I don't think anyone. I think that's like when we had the debate about Attack on Titan, where it's like you're critical from the outside, but you don't know what you would do in that scenario either. Especially when the stakes are literally kill her or kill yourself.
But he was bad before he realized those were the stakes. He was still willing to accept that she wasn't who she was, and they'd be in a relationship as long as like she just wasn't acting crazy.
But what is the like? You are thinking about it in a micro way. I'm thinking about it on a macro way, where even if you like, so say that you said like, okay, well, you know,
wait, what?
I'm saying like
You can't think.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like
This, you're here.
like
There.
I'm saying like I'm thinking about it on like a way where like, okay, so as soon as it's done, as soon as he snapped the Willow, it didn't matter what he did from that point forward, because
he shouldn't have snapped the Willow.
He shouldn't have, but he didn't know it worked. He thought it was fake.
You get hit. Sorry.
He did find a
he
solution.
Shouldn't have that mindset.
Yeah.
That's where it all comes from. Shouldn't have that mindset.
He did find a solution though.
Tell people how you feel.
Yeah, I don't blame him for making the stupid ass wish, because who thinks it's gonna come true? But like, not only that, but he did find the solution. He literally went to his friend and said, "Undo my wish."
And his friend didn't do it.
His friend
and then he was gonna have her do it. But
it took him so long to even get to that point where he's looking for a solution that's like, all right, let me get rid of her being in love with me totally. Every other thing before that, he's like, how can I keep her in love with me without it being weird? How can I make her normal, make her like Nikki, but she's still in love with me? Like, he just wouldn't let go.
And kill yourself because you her life up.
Yeah,
but no,
and it took her to be mutilated physically.
Take yourself off the chessboard.
To be
nigga,
like,
you
I'll kill myself now.
To be fair, it didn't take him that long to try and find a solution. It took him that long to get to that solution, because when he called, they didn't give him that option. They told him the only option was for him to die.
But that's what I'm saying.
Like,
when he called, what he said is, can I alter my wish? He wasn't trying to undo it in the first place anyway. He was just like, how can I keep her in love with me but not have her act out? He never had the pure intentions.
Yeah, but I mean, most don't have pure intentions.
villains.
What the fuck?
They're villains.
But also,
The road
what
to
I'm saying
evil
is like,
paved
as
with
soon
good
as
intentions.
as soon as he snapped it, it was over, because she was gonna like as soon as she became obsessed, he would never get away from her. Like she would never leave him alone.
Yeah, he f***ed up.
Yeah, like as soon as you did that, you f***ed up. But that's why I said, like, if you base it off that premise that as soon as he snapped the Willow, it was over, and he had no options from that point forward, then it's not really villainy, because he didn't do that knowing that it was going to work. He did that just like, whatever.
Or when she said, kill me, he wouldn't kill her either. He said, what's so bad about being with me?
That
bro,
is
he's
true.
the villain,
That was
bro.
crazy.
He left
That
us,
was crazy.
He's be in love with this girl. He left her in torture.
She was
and
eating
was
her own
literally
shit.
her on a regular basis. Sorry, probably shouldn't have said that, but on a regular basis. And when she said, "Kill me," that's all I want. Just end it. He started thinking about himself. He is the villain.
So here's what I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna bring in Attack on Titan. I know it's gonna piss you off, Persia.
Let's hear it.
But this is a direct quote from the author himself. He dropped it a few months ago. I have it saved for this exact moment in case there's some deliberation. He came out and said himself the reason he didn't like the way he did the ending in the beginning was because he made Eren too sympathetic. Because he said himself, as he was writing Eren, he was going through awful moments in his life and he was feeling at the bottom of his mental. So he was writing Eren to be sympathetic, but then says, but at the end of the day, the anime portrays it the best because it shows that he always had an intention to kill and it had nothing to do with the situation and he himself is not a martyr. So he is just given the opportunity. He's always like, I have that in me, but I'm not going to do it. Oh, but I got that opportunity. With this guy, it's like, oh, I really want her to love me. I really want her. And then he got that opportunity. And then, so it's like, it's like another thing with people who do bad things, but can overcome it because they're put in a situation that poking the bear kind of situation. It's like, all right, you put that self in a situation. So you made that decision. You are pushed to that. But the fact that you can even make that decision in the first place shows the kind of person you are in general. No matter how it goes after that. But that's how I think of it as him. Whether his intentions were yeah, I want to do magic, just don't have that thought process in the first place. And then when you realize that that's not what you want, right there, say, this isn't what I want. This is not what at all. Instead of being yeah, I kind of, maybe. I feel like you really have to be that selfish to push it onto somebody that much.
Yeah, but that's what I say. I think that most people are like that. Most people, because that is a tiny thing that got blown out of proportion. Most people have wished that somebody liked them or wished that somebody wanted them or wished for a specific outcome. But it's if you said I wish that our podcast was the biggest podcast in the world. And then you're like, okay, so then you do a wishing willow and then every other podcaster in the world dies.
Thank you, Joe Budden.
And then you're like, oh, the Bebop is the villains. No,
see, but that's different though, because it's about the way he handled what happened.
Yeah,
that makes him
as
the villain.
as it goes on. But that's what I'm saying.
Well, it's not the wish itself that made him the villain.
But the wish itself made his attitude towards what happened did not dictate, didn't really make a difference. It shows you who he is, but it doesn't really make a difference because the outcome was inevitable. She was there were only three options. Two options initially presented. He dies or she dies. And then by the end, it was he figured out that there was another option because he went to the store and the guy with the wishing willow was I already made my wish. He was he did try to find another way, but at the end, as soon as he snapped it, he only had so many options.
Right.
All that we saw from that point forward, I understand what we're saying though, that's dope because it's that this isn't really the girl that you're talking about. I think that's all I'm saying. I think that he's not a villain for the wish, and I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt because once you're in that situation,
he don't deserve it.
But my thing, you compared it. If we wanted the best podcast, I think that's a great comparison. But the better. In terms of comparing it to his wish, it would be, I wish every single person would watch our podcast and love our podcast, and then snapping it and seeing obsession to the point where we have no privacy and we have fans outside knocking on our door, asking for autographs, shit like that. Because in his situation, and again, now in terms of not wishing, but as a person, if you see somebody and you're I really want them to like me. I wish they would like me. Everybody's been through that. And again, at the end of the day, when we talk about most people in situations that they would be, the majority is always going to make bad decisions. That's just humanity. The question shouldn't be, oh, I wish that she loved me. It should be, I wish I could be better. Oh, I wish I could be somebody worth that they would love. Oh, I wish I could do more about myself instead of this person. I want this person to be the way that I want them to be. Like, it would be cool to be like, oh, I wish that our podcast that was, if we said, oh, was the best, then all the other podcasts died, it'd be like, yeah, that's the same kind of scenario as what you're saying. But we wouldn't want to be like, we want to be the best. We want ourselves to be the best.
But you're saying that with the foresight that this is actually going to work.
No, of course.
Like, if you didn't think it would work, you wouldn't care what you were about to say. Because it's like, that's like making a wish at 11:11.
No, right.
Like,
it's a live and learn thing. So like when it comes to girls now, if there's ever a girl that I like and they don't like me back, my because of what I've been through and learned and growth, my mindset is immediately like, oh, they're just not into me. All right, I'll either go to somebody else or, I'll try to just do better myself. Maybe they will like me, whatever. I'll just keep doing myself. And then same with the podcast. It's like, yeah, I want this to be the top, but I just want to have fun with it. I want to grow. I want to have an experience with it.
Yeah,
so I don't have that. Like,
it's a shortcut thing.
So in my head, I don't have that, oh man, I want us to be the best. Or like, even if there's a girl that doesn't like me, I'm not like, man, I wish you would like me. Man, I really wish you would like me. Because I'm not a fucking high schooler. I'm not a teenager anymore.
Yeah.
He kind of ignored her.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah,
but
but there was Eric said he ignored her disinterest.
There was no sign of disinterest though. That was the thing. Like when you're.
I know. I'm trying.
When you're actually watching it, like there was no evidence of actual disinterest.
Everyone told him beforehand.
They didn't tell him beforehand. They told him after.
It was evidence.
The guy that there's a 10-minute span. The only thing that happened prior to him snapping that Willow that would give him any pause was the guy literally telling him not to do it at the trivia night.
Are you talking about her not liking him or her? Or like
nobody said anything about her not liking him up until that moment. And then even when you're watching
she give an indication when she's saying like, "Ew, don't say that." Like, yo, it's small context clues of yo, this girl.
That was the only context clues where she was like, "Ew, don't say that." But then she said something else. That was the one thing, but then the other thing, she said "ill, don't something."
Yo, she say "ill, bro, stop."
But it was like a weird. Initially, I was like, "That's not a good sign for you, my boy." But then after she said "ill, something else," which made it sound like it was a tick because it was unrelated to like what she was like. She said something else, but like the guy that she was hooking up with said like was encouraging him to tell her how he felt. Like, so
I think he was low-key sabotaging them too.
He was low-key sabotaging it. But
like, yo, call her the name that she hates.
There was nothing like that. But like, all that is to say, bro, you could have solved this problem a lot just by saying what you felt. Find out for yourself. Find out what you... Bro. And then he did a Mikasa. He did a Mikasa and Butcher did a Aaron. In the boys.
We about to transition. I'm about to get up.
Bro, so he did a Mikasa because the girl literally asked him. She said, if you feel something, you need to say it right now.
Now's the time to do it.
And he was like,
you're a friend.
I think we're good friends. Like, and then Butcher did an Aaron. Because the only reason Butcher did what he did was because Ryan said that he didn't f with him.
Well, before we transition to the boys, bro, he didn't pick up on the girl. He didn't pick up on the fact that Sarah liked him, or he just didn't like Sarah. Didn't like acknowledge her.
You just don't pick up on.
He felt about Sarah the way that Indy or Nikki felt about him. So it was like that was the whole thing.
Overall, great movie. Give YouTubers more money. What time?
Honestly, I think that's a good idea. I think that's true. Because I feel like the only thing that people could have like only somebody who's not really in that world could create something like that. Like it would, and even like in terms of like movies and in terms of like possible deals, they didn't take that big of a risk on that. Like $750,000 as far as movies go is not a lot.
Not at all. Especially nowadays.
Like that's not a risk. So bless you.
They spend more money on streaming movies than that.
Bro, they spend like that budget is literally nothing.
That's how almost all horror movie budgets should be, if I'm being honest. Like I guess it depends on the kind of horror movie you're going for, but
no, I think I mean, I guess because like some
Weapons,
of the super
how much
gory
was Weapons?
ones.
It was 500 million.
No, it was more than that.
Like, and that has to be just for the actors. But
for Weapons, for sure. For this, the only person, well, I guess the YouTube dudes, but the only one I really recognized from other acting stuff was Nikki, because she was in Superman and Lois.
I didn't.
38 billion was the budget for Weapons.
38 billion? Well, to be fair, see, Weapons was a different story because Weapons, they used a whole neighborhood as a location. So like they needed.
It was just a bigger movie in general.
It was definitely still bigger scale.
The director was bigger. The actors were bigger.
It's just when I think of horror movies, if it has to be a thriller, a psychological thriller, nothing that has to do with. I don't mean supernatural because you can be supernatural without having effects, but violent. And I just can't imagine because I see even short like The Chair, the short horror movie, The Chair, like looks like what a horror movie would look like, and that has no budget.
No, but bro, there was a YouTube short movie called The Box.
The Box, yep, that's exactly what I was thinking of too. Yeah, that one's a good one.
Insane. Yeah, I don't think. I think we overplay budgets to an extent. Like you only. Like I've done like very creative. Like you have to be creative. Having a big budget doesn't make up for creativity.
100%.
That's why the budget goes to act like the actors' salaries now. Anyway, like ain't nothing really. Like Weapons didn't need. What you say, 38 million? Yeah, it didn't need 38 million. I bet you all that went to all the kids, all like paying the actors.
Oh yeah, they got big actors in that too.
Well, no, I think I think that
there was nothing really needed.
The budget probably went to a lot of like the locations because they used a literal school
in a neighborhood.
They used They used police stations. They used.
But there was no CGI or anything.
Like the actual neighborhoods. Like so, with something like that, they would have to clear out those houses or build a set. Like that might have been a built set, but like to build out a neighborhood like that is gonna be very expensive. Like so, there's a lot to it. But Weapons was like the only thing that I could really compare this to because Weapons was like very innovative. The only difference is the reason I like this more than Weapons was because Weapons did the way that they told the story was intriguing, but the pacing was kind of weird. I wouldn't say it was bad. It was just weird because like it took you until you were at least halfway through the movie to understand what the fuck
was happening.
What was happening? Where this 10 minutes in, you strapped in.
Yeah, and I think it conveys its message better.
I think
like you get exactly.
So that's my
even
thing.
If you can't put it into words, you get exactly what the movie's trying to tell you.
That's my thing with Weapons because I love Weapons and I don't think it's like overrated or anything like that at all. But yeah, like the story or like the message of it kind of fell like not necessarily flat, but like I just experienced Weapons. Like I experienced Weapons, like that was cool. I liked that, and that was it. Like I didn't get anything out.
I didn't get the sensation. I didn't get the sensation that there was a message to that though. I think it was just like a horror movie.
Well, my thing is I felt like there was. Like at first I felt like there was, especially with the dream sequence and the gun over the house. I was like, all right. I was like, right then and there, I was like, is this on the nail for school shootings? But then after the movie, Zach Cregger was like, no, there's no message of the movie. Literally that he actually said that machine gun, he just did it. No reason. And I was like, okay, well, all right. While Obsession obviously has a very big message.
Yeah, like every aspect of the movie is giving you that message. Yeah. Like, bro, even when he first was like, when she was like, tell me, and he stumbled his words, bro, it was so cringy. I started laughing. It was so bad. I was like, bro, there's no way you're fumbling this bad.
Bro, crazy fumble.
Great movie. Yeah, literally.
Butterfingers, boy. That shit's terrible. Anyway, what do y'all want to do next, The Boys?
The Boys.
The Boys is wild, bro. You know what, Antonio? Get your shit out of the way, bro. Do your complaints.
What? I didn't.
No, I heard you on the call. Get into it.
I've watched it three times. I watched the finale 3 times because I just want to make sure that I
took it all in.
Pause. But yeah, like I want to make sure I have a direct opinion on something. And after watching it 3 times, I'm whelmed. Like it wasn't. I have them in order.
I'm also whelmed.
Because like it wasn't that like I don't know. Is this the weakest season of The Boys? Yes. Are there peaks and valleys of this season? Also, yes. Is this the Soulja Boy show? Yes. This was just
I'm not gonna lie.
this whole thing was just to get us ready for Vault Rising.
I do get
That's the disappointing factor of it.
I get the sense that what Santuan said might have been right. When you go back and watch it, it does kind of feel like they probably did rewrite this.
Yeah, they had to.
I think they rewrote it for.
And like I followed the girl who plays Marie online. She's furious. She's furious. And not even just for the cancellation of Gen V. You could tell some went down behind the scenes that because she's been talking her and she's just like, I'm focusing on music right now. So something happened.
Music.
She's an artist too. She dates the dude from, you guys don't know the band, never mind. But she dates another musician. Huh?
What if we do?
I had to process what he said.
I couldn't tell what he said.
Okay, obsession.
It was the silence and like
Yeah.
Hey, wishing Willow, bro.
Freaky Marie.
Oh man.
Now who's the villain?
If you guys watch The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, she dates Harvey from the Sabrina TV show.
I thought they broke up because he cheated or something.
I thought they were still together.
What's his name? What was that show? That Disney Channel show? Either way, it doesn't
Austin
matter.
Alley, him.
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah, it's him.
Yep.
Yeah, they're together.
The guy that plays Jeffrey Dahmer and My Friend Jeff?
Yeah, they're together. He's so hot in real life. I'm sorry, guys. Anyways, so my thoughts on The Boys finale. Sad the dog died. That's
R.I.P.
Terror.
I wish Kimiko didn't lose her powers.
She did?
she didn't.
She didn't? She still
She
has her
did.
powers?
She has some
Why do I
bitches?
got the feeling she lost her powers?
She used
She just went to France, bro.
Okay, never mind.
She just did.
she used
She's just
the
going out to
power.
eat.
She didn't
Okay.
get hit by it.
Okay, never mind.
There was literally no indication that
That
she lost her powers.
Okay, maybe it was just so sad. I was
was
like,
just
maybe
'cause
she
she
had no powers.
it was
She
just
lost her boyfriend.
She also got knocked out from using the blast.
too much of it. So
But
that
I
means
think
that's why.
doesn't that happen to Soulja Boy?
But
too?
also on the same tip, you turning her into a depowering nuke was a bit tone deaf because she's Japanese.
Oh.
It's called Fighting Back.
All right,
so
let's wrap this up.
That was a bit tone deaf.
Let's wrap
It's
this
called
up.
Fighting Back.
If she-
What is
Little bit
Godzilla?
tone deaf.
What is Godzilla but also a nuke?
Godzilla also has a blast.
Godzilla was also made by
Godzilla was
Japanese
created
people.
by the Japanese. to
Godzilla
talk
also
about
has
it.
a nuclear
Akira.
blast.
Godzilla
you-
actually is the representation of America.
Exactly.
Made
There's
from
no- I
the
know this,
perspective of
But
You're
this
preaching
was
to
a
someone who knows
Japanese.
it.
But this was a Japanese character created by white people
Yeah,
and turned her into a nuke.
yeah.
And considering where her
You
background
you're surprised
is.
by The Boys?
I know, but it was just
What are we doing
I
here?
know, but it's just
What are we?
a bit tone
Take the
deaf.
shock factor, throw it out the
I
window.
know. I was just like, and I don't
'Cause
think
it's The
anybody
Boys.
has talked about that.
That's a
enough.
reach.
I didn't think
This
about
is
it.
a
That's
reach.
funny,
Like-
though.
The raper tried to blame his victim.
I think
what
I'm,
are we doing?
I think I'm less raped because I. Oh my god, less raped because I didn't.
So
take
wait,
it
you're
that way.
less. There implies that you have a measure of racism.
Yeah, and I'm saying that everyone on the couch is above me.
This is a
I might be.
That's a reach. Continue. See, this is why I had you go first because you just be reaching. Just
I didn't reach.
saying
I don't
shit.
think that was a reach.
Just
I was
saying
like,
shit.
That was
I
just
get it.
tone deaf.
Yeah,
Ain't
no, I get
nobody
it.
look at that shit and think.
That's the problem. Y'all
Wow,
don't see
Hiroshima.
shit.
No, I
But you
didn't.
defend Nazis all day. Shut up.
He
First
does
off,
have a
the-
history of
Nobody
defending
defended
Nazis.
defended
unfortunately.
Nazis.
Now,
You
He's
did.
talking
No,
about Nazi
hardcore.
hardcore.
Shut up.
I defended people that you don't like, so you call them
He
Nazis,
defends.
which is
You
why I
wanna
had you
fuck
go
Nazi
first.
hardcore. Shut up.
He has.
You
a
wouldn't?
point.
I would. Fuck her.
Shut up.
Yes, I would.
Shut
No,
up.
no, no,
And you
it's
know
not
what?
that. It's not that. It's like he said he prefers her over the real
Real
hardcore.
The
hardcore.
real. It's not
That's
because she's.
the
It's
part
not
that's
because
crazy.
she's a
Real one's
Nazi.
way
It's
better.
because she's nice. Nazi.
She's not nice.
Regular and
If you're
regular
a Nazi,
hardcore
you're
is
not
nice.
a good person.
Regular
If you're
hardcore.
a Nazi,
regular
you're not a good
hardcore-
person.
Regular hardcore
Oh,
is nice.
Yo, yeah, get out.
Hey, Nazi
Regular
hardcore has no
hardcore
idea what you're
is
saying.
nice.
Oh my
I
god.
am never sitting in this seat again.
You this is defending anyways.
Santuan can't hear no more.
My eardrums got blown out.
I'm sorry, baby. I'm not even mean to.
I need the Lear head.
my bad.
Oh yeah, pause. Whoa.
I don't necessarily disagree with Butcher. I don't disagree with him
About
like
genocide?
That's a vague
Also-
statement.
Yeah, about what?
at
There's
the
a
end
lot
of
that he.
So after they kill Homelander, after he was upset that his dog died and upset that baby Homelander wouldn't call him daddy, he decides to be like, okay, I'm just gonna kill all the suits. Because he had a conversation. I think they briefly talked about how like everyone, the vault is still building back up after that. and it's not gonna stop it. It's gonna pause it, or maybe like slowly build up. But it's gonna, especially because Huey didn't take the job of the oversight. So he was like, "Look, this shit's gonna happen again. So let's just get rid of all the soups." I'm like, I don't disagree with that.
No, Bro said that already to MM when they were in the bunker.
Okay, yeah.
He was like, the Homelander isn't the actual
He's
villain.
the
Vought
symptom,
is
not
the
the
is
actual
right.
villain.
It is Vought.
But he also
Yeah.
said, I'm sorry.
I just can't abide a genocide. Not to rhyme, but
I know,
But
but
he
like,
also said
he's not wrong, but just
he is wrong though, because this is a virus. They could just make the virus again. Like, even if you wiped out all the current superheroes, they could just make another one.
yeah.
yeah,
Like,
that is
so-
true.
Yeah.
And then what Stan actually said, he wasn't just talking about superheroes. He said that after superheroes, there's just gonna be another thing. Like, he wasn't talking about after Homelander, he was talking about after superheroes as a whole.
Yeah.
That
Like,
capitalism
he said
rises
that,
above
yes,
all.
he's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
what he was saying was like, you guys aren't fighting superheroes, you're fighting profits and losses. You're
Yes.
fighting capitalism
Yes.
itself.
Mm.
And you're you can't be bigger than capitalism.
Yes.
I mean,
That's why you got to genocide the whole world.
Boom.
Aaron was right.
Oh, Lord.
That's why you gotta.
I wish
you
we could get through a
gotta
podcast
submit to
while
the
talking
system
about
and start a
Attack on Titan.
superhero business.
That will make me so happy.
An ethical superhero business.
And you're still
Heroes for
lose.
hire.
You picked the word ethical, and that's where you lost.
Yeah.
Hey, that's how the show ended. I'm not the writer.
I apologize. You
Um,
lost it ethical.
I'm proud of Baby Homelander for choosing himself.
Ryan.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, no,
I
for
choose
sure.
me. I'm like, yeah, you
Yeah.
choose you, Ryan. Overall, I just wish it was epic. I just wish it was more grand. Homeboy getting on his knees talking about I'll suck your dick. You know what I'm saying? I'll suck your dick. Like,
That was the best way that you could portray him, because the
just
whole
wish-
show,
Yeah, I think he
the
was
whole
perfect.
show they're talking about without his powers, he literally is
He's
just a
just a
pussy.
yes.
So how else did you want him to be
I
without
don't
his
know.
powers?
I just
Grandiose?
wish- I don't know.
See, my thing is just, I wish they would have. This is gonna sound crazy, but I wish they would have just like dragged it on a bit. Just the moments, like it all happened so fast,
It
bro.
happened
If
too
Homelander,
quick.
his whole personality is I am powered. This is everything I have. It's more important to me than anything. When he loses it, I don't think that fear of death should be his first reaction. I think the devastation of losing
the power,
everything he was should be like he
And
could have
honestly-
been just as pathetic,
But
but
that's not
started with
realistic,
like
honestly.
a
Yeah,
temper
but that's
tantrum of
him.
like, wow,
That's not realistic
could've
though,
kept him
because
alive
he's literally
and just
he is literally in a fight or flight scenario. That's not
No,
realistic.
no.
You wouldn't even have time to comprehend. Like that's like
Why are you
imagine
yelling? Just calm down.
imagine like you're up against a bear and you have a shotgun and then the bear knocks the shotgun out of your hand. Are you just gonna like where's
I'm
my
not gonna-
shotgun? No,
But
not
you're
my
not-
shotgun.
I'm not gonna tell the bear to
It's
suck
like,
my-
what
to
if you're
suck
with your
dick.
family, the bear kills your family? Is your first reaction to run away or be like,
Yes.
shocked?
That's
running
my
away
family
before
people's
my
first
family dies.
reaction. Most like, bro, if you watch
I'm white.
videos or like watch any kind of thing where in like active shooter things, most people some people are like have a natural heroic kind of tendency where their first thing when an active shooter starts is to cover their loved ones. But some people just run. They're not thinking about their family. They're assuming that everyone is running, so they run. That's why it's called fight, flight, or fawn. Like people either run or they try to fight. And in this scenario, he's face to face with somebody who's been trying to kill him for 6 years, and he knows he can't fight, and he knows other in the military.
But that's
bro.
that's to me what Sam's point is, because in that moment, right when they lost their powers, there was a moment for them to stand there because they all just stood there. They just looked around, and Homelander like just sat there and went, and then tried flying, and just went, oh.
He was trying to
his laser
escape.
eyes.
No, but
He was trying to escape before they blasted him too.
no, I
though.
know. Yeah, he was like in that.
So-
like when they were fighting, yeah, that's fight or flight for sure. But
I
then
just-
right when he loses his powers, instead of being like because how Homelander was built up, anytime he always knew he was on top. But when there would be a moment where somebody had something over him or something over him, he would tweak. He would start going, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
So in this moment, right when he loses his powers, I would expect him to be like, everything about me, like just have a complete breakdown instead of being like, oh.
But that would, I could not see that because that's not realistic to psychology in general.
None of this is realistic.
But
This is
no,
the point.
no, it's.
I disagree with that,
It's
though.
not.
Yeah.
It's not like you guys are, what you're literally talking about is an existential crisis.
Yes.
And you think that somebody's going to have an existential crisis while they're literally in an existential crisis. They're like, so these are two different kinds of existential crises. An existential crisis means that your life is at stake. He is actually in a situation where his life is at stake, and you guys are talking about his identity being at stake. That identity is based in your ego. We're talking about based in your amygdala. Your amygdala is actually your physiology. So that's your actual, you're talking about your actual physiological being threatened, like your actual life being threatened versus your ego being threatened.
I'm watching
like, so when I'm watching it, I'm like, this makes sense that the first thing he did was try to kill him. It didn't work because he didn't have the powers. So then he tried to fly away. He couldn't run. Then he actually tried to run. And Butcher stepped in front of him. And then he was like, okay, like, because he recognized what he was in. But I don't think it's realistic that he would be thinking about what the scenario that he was in, as far as his identity, in a situation where you know that you're going to die. Because otherwise, the scenario would be he's freaking out about his identity and Butcher kills him while he's like throwing a tantrum.
Yeah.
Like, that's retarded.
I'm not saying that's how it should be. Just he should have had
a little bit
some
more
moment.
When I'm watching this show, it's a show. I'm watching for entertainment. I think
they
see.
if they're going to pace it out, but no, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I don't agree with what you guys are saying, because I don't think that wouldn't make sense to me. If I was watching, I'd be like, that's
real quick. You guys think he should have did his little tweaking thing, right?
Staying. I lost my powers, my entire being, because his entire shtick is his ego. He literally is ego.
So what you're saying is he should have been more upset about the power losing thing, correct?
I honestly would have preferred him not to die. To be honest, I would like to have him suffer.
That's crazy. Hey,
I would like to have
who's defending Nazis now?
I'm not defending anyone.
Oh wait. Was that not defending a Nazi?
You said I wanted him to survive.
Did you just say I wanted this Nazi to survive?
I wanted him to.
That's what I heard.
Okay.
I keep hearing survive.
Yeah, survive.
I keep hearing survive. So no. So my thing is like, because I thought you meant like you wanted him to kind of like have his twitching, his tweaking moments. But I always think that when he has those moments, because he's trying not to kill somebody, and that's why he kind of tweaks. In this moment, he can't kill anybody because he's a weak little bitch.
When that scene when Starlight put the Flight 47 or whatever on the screen, he started tweaking.
He was going to kill everybody in that room.
He was going to kill everybody.
He was going to kill everybody in the room. But also, like, he did, like, his ego still came out a little bit in that moment when he was like, I can make you this, I can do this with you. Like,
it was literally, like, as Santon was saying, it is the initial moment, right when he loses his powers, that I'm just like, he seems a little too, like, just like, oh man, this, just a little too like, and then after that, it's like, yes, I think, like,
I think it's the initial moment where you don't know if this actually worked or not on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people like to think that this didn't happen to me. You know what I'm saying? When something happens to you, you go, this can't be real. This can't be a thing. And that, in a moment like that, that's what it seems like for me, where he's like, it didn't hit him really that happened to him.
That's what I mean. So like for it to then hit him,
and then that's when I think.
But
that's
then
when his
to be like mentally
completely
unstable,
time to process that, bro. That was a minute. That was literally.
I think
that was literally a minute.
Out more too.
But I think that if they would have done it where like they would have killed off the side characters and then dedicated just this episode to just killing Homelander, then maybe that could have been better. But also like then there would be nobody defending the Oval Office. So it wouldn't have, there would have been a and they knew that they were there.
Yeah,
like they knew that
he was already tweaking before they even came in the room.
Let's continue on and move on just from this little tiny part.
That whole thing should have been slower. I think same with Butcher and Huey. Same with Ryan and Butcher at the end. He rejected him. I just think a lot of these moments could have just been played slower and felt more impactful than just like how quick they got through
going
it.
through a checklist.
Yeah, but the only that's why I said that. But the only way that could have, we said this about something else when we were talking about the writing of something else, because it's like we are making complaints in a void without thinking about the actual constraints that they have. So this was the length that the episodes are. So the only way that you could rearrange this would be by rearranging how you wrote everything else. But then if you rearrange how you wrote everything else, you're not getting you're taking the story away.
It's a series finale.
But
You could add 10 extra minutes.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like they could have added 10 extra minutes, but that wouldn't have made that much of a difference. But like the only that
Or
I thought it was good though. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm
They
just saying
could've-
I wanted more.
if they would have killed, like I think they could have rearranged how they did some of the deaths. Maybe not put all the deaths in one episode, but like they could have killed the Deep sooner. Like
yeah, but
get
the Deep's death
there
was
no-
actually
the
great.
death
That was very
was
sad.
great.
That was the
like,
only
amazing.
satisfying death.
That
it was
great.
great, but
That
they
Oh
could
Father
have.
was satisfying to me.
You know what? Okay.
That death was
No,
satisfying.
let's talk about Oh Father.
Hold on.
I don't want to.
He was so
I said pause,
hot.
bro. I said pause. I said pause, bro.
He was super hot. I'd never seen that comedian.
Benny said you're predictable.
I'm
He
sorry.
is.
He was
Oh,
really.
you're talking about
Oh,
Daveed
Father.
Diggs or whatever?
Yeah.
Bro, I watched Hamilton with my sister like a few days before that, and he was in there. He is so f***ing talented.
Yeah.
That song.
I was
bro,
watching that, I was
praise
like,
him
ooh.
up.
He wrote some of the music that Oh Father was singing in this.
I'm not surprised. I
Yeah.
think he's a rapper too.
Yeah,
he is
bro.
a rapper.
Yes. But he said he switched his styles, but he went back to this for just this.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But and that's
Hamilton,
another
Oh,
another
that's good.
issue with like, maybe the 8 episode count and maybe they could like extend it a little bit more. We got rid of half of the supporting and some of the main cast members in the first half of the season. Introduced the other Winchester brother, Oh Father. You know what I'm saying? Like
I wouldn't really consider
like,
Marathon Man to be introduced. He just
But,
he's
like,
just like a
man
throwaway
died in
character.
the
but like
same
that's what I'm saying.
10 minutes he was introduced.
I know, but like introducing characters that we have that as a
Yeah,
certain-
rather than building up new ones.
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
that
Like
doesn't
it
make
was
sense.
just, killing A-Train really has no killing A-Train off in the first episode has no really meaning at the end of the day.
It was.
It was a meaning for A-Train's
was-
character, but to the
It did.
overall
It
show,
did play a part in the overall show because what Homelander ended up doing in his final moments was exactly what A-Train said he was.
Yeah, but I wish
Like,
we would have
he's-
had
And Ryan.
Yeah,
and
Ryan.
Ryan.
And bro, I said that. Like I was seeing people saying about how Homelander wouldn't have acted like that. Like this is out of character. I'm like, you can tell who Homelander is
100%.
from his facial expressions when people say it like
I
that
will
to
say
him.
this.
And before that, even before that, when Edgar first said it to him,
He called him a-
Edgar told him,
He's been
like,
calling him a bitch for
he-
5 seasons.
bro, he said it to his face, and this like he always does that thing where it looks like he has a mouth guard in. He's
You're stupid.
like, bro, and he just makes that face. Like you can tell. So shout out to Anthony Starr for that because he does a really good job. But like you can tell Anthony.
I know, I just hate it.
Oh, you don't
He-
like the H without the H?
That's like Willem Dafoe instead of William.
Willem is a gem, so we're not going to talk about that.
Okay, Anthony's not a gem.
I
you
know
see
a
this
guy named
performance?
Anthony, and he used to send me videos at 3 o'clock in the morning about the oppression of black men.
I have no problem with no
That- oh,
H
yeah.
in Anthony
I remember that guy.
and no in adding an H to Antonio.
H or no H? Oh,
No.
thank you.
So okay.
So
I got
That was a threesome.
Anyway, moving on.
So I think he does a good job because it's like he's showing you who he is, like even just from his facial expressions, because he knows. And then it's like with everything that he does, bro, people that are like healthy do not act like that just because they have power. Like the only people
Bathing in breast milk is wild.
No, it's
well,
not.
that's different. That's just a fetish.
Drinking breast milk's not
Yeah,
wild.
Maybe we
Mentally
just
ill.
we shouldn't judge him on that. But
Bathing in breast milk's not wild either.
Don't say that out loud.
At 50 years old?
is he 50? He's not 50. Is he?
Homelander?
No, he's
He's
like
gotta be
in the
like
late
40.
In the show, he's at least
If
gotta
you
be
are
40
worried about
something.
breast
I
milk
rounded
past
up,
the
I
age of
rounded up.
1
Okay, all right, so
mid-thirties.
issues.
But regardless, like people
Says the
don't
gay man.
Anyway.
people don't act like that. Just like power alone
Very
doesn't make
pointed.
you act like that.
Yeah.
Power like brings out who you are.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like
It's like what we
Agreed.
talked about earlier.
yeah, like he is just a pure piece of shit. So
Mhm.
it's
Yep.
just like, and you can even tell from what his desires were. Like he wanted absolute fidelity, like because he couldn't get that unless he forced people to, and that's why it bothered him so
But he
much.
didn't like it when he forced
but he
them.
didn't like it when he had to
if
force
it was,
them.
but like if it was given to him, he rejected it. Because look what happened to Firecracker.
And the
she
Deep.
was Deep too. They were legitimately dedicated to him,
And he hated it.
and he hated
That's
it.
what everyone
He
always says.
rejected
Like,
it.
you can never be happy no matter what you get.
Yeah,
Everyone
exactly.
could be subordinate to you. Everyone could talk back to you. No matter what it is, you will always find something to be upset about.
It's because
I actually felt bad for Firecracker.
but it's because
I legit felt bad. That was
I'm not
fucked
gonna lie
up.
to
That
you.
was
I'm not
fucked
gonna
up.
lie to you. In that episode, I kind of felt bad to an extent too, because you can tell from that episode she wasn't always a piece of shit person.
Mm-hmm. And she just wanted someone or something to believe
And
in.
she traded everything for Homelander.
She's just here
bro.
to-
She even
Right.
called the
But
dude who helped raise her a pedophile
But the
on
thing,
TV.
but you could tell she didn't want to do
But he
that.
doesn't-
But you're
do
put
it.
in between a rock and a hard place. It's either you do this to
Or you
someone
die.
who can't harm you,
Yeah.
or you support
die.
someone who will kill you in an instant.
I'm not saying it's
And
not
you also killed her
understandable.
in an
I'm
He
just
still
saying
killed her.
And
it
you
was-
kind of low-key
but
love
I'm not
him.
giving her a
But
pass.
I will say though, to that point though, he is he's simple, but he's complicated in the same way where it's like I think that the only person that he probably the only people that he respected, like really respected, was Soldier Boy and Butcher.
Homelander.
Homelander.
Yeah, he loved Butcher.
He only respect, but
Yeah, that was like Joker and Batman type. Like it
Yeah,
was
it
like
was.
he like suck your
But
dick.
he's the
probably
only
would.
like,
person in the world
but-
that genuinely cared about him. Like
But he
he
only-
doesn't like him, but he's the only person who actually cared about Homelander, whether he lives or dies.
yeah, but he
He
doesn't.
just wanted him to die.
But neither one of I think he respects these people, and I think he had a little bit a modicum of respect for that guy, the legend guy, where like he respects people that don't fear him, like that he can't get in their heads. Like
Yeah.
he admires
Griffith.
those
like
people.
Edgar, like
Yeah,
Griffith.
like he's like Edgar, like he respects those people where like they stand up to him. They don't let him like do what he's trying to do, because that's why he doesn't like or respect or like any of these other people, like even Firecracker, because like maybe she was really loyal to him, but he doesn't respect that fidelity. Like he doesn't like he knows that he's not worthy of it.
blind
unwavering.
loyalty.
Like so yeah, like that's why he's what he said to the Deep was like the Deep was dedicated to him too. And like, yeah, he was scared of him, but he was just like, "Oh, well, you're the boss, man. So whatever you want." Like, yeah, like he was a sycophant.
And I think that's why he was a little hurt by A-Train's betrayal, because he knew A-Train couldn't stand his ass, but did what he was told. I think that's so. I see what you're saying. Like he wants loyalty in a certain way.
I feel like
Through
it's
fear,
it's completely just it's a connection. I think he just
Yeah.
wants a connection, whether it's good, bad, whatever. He just wants a connection.
genuine
Some
Some kind of
connection.
connection that has to be with like, you want something to do with me because of me. And I like that's what it was. While like the Deep was just like, oh, if I'm cool with you, then I'll get up to the top. Same with Firecracker. Oh, if I'm cool with you, you're going to kill me so I can get up to the top. I'm scared of you, so I'm going to be cool with you. While like Butcher's like, I want to deal with you because I hate you. I'm not scared of you. I want to deal with you. And same with like Soldier Boy.
Yeah, it's like Butcher and Soldier Boy and Edgar were kind of who he wanted to be, and then Firecracker
Yeah.
in the Deep is kind of who he really was.
Yeah.
And
Boom,
when he
yeah.
saw himself in them, he
Yeah.
couldn't stand it because he hates himself.
That's boom. Yeah. How do we feel?
Man in the
mirror.
mirror.
Man in the mirror.
Oh yeah,
I'm something with the man.
and he couldn't make the
in mirror.
change. And that's why
But
he's
so-
dead.
I think
Brainless.
I will say though, overall though, I liked the finale.
Same.
I don't think it was bad. I liked it.
I didn't
I've been
say
shitting on it, but I didn't think
mi-
it's bad.
The only
I
thing
did
that
like it.
the only
I just wanted more.
I only have a complaint
That's
about
really what it is.
I don't have a complaint about the season really. I just have a
Oh.
complaint about the show as a whole,
Yeah.
because
Yes.
I think you said you stopped watching after 3, right?
Yep.
So I think that like
You
they could have
came out at a
compressed
good
it.
time, though.
Like they could have compressed it. I feel like they dragged it out for too long. Like, bro, like because they reached a point. This was an escalation. Season 5, I think, was an escalation of who Homelander
Honestly,
was.
yes.
This
But-
could have been a movie.
The whole season.
This season
Don't
could
say
have
that
been a
because
movie.
then we get
No,
things like
no,
Mando and
no.
Grogu.
So I think that
It was a good
That was
movie.
a good
Shut up.
movie.
You said it was good.
But I think that like after season 3, Homelander kind of plateaued as a villain, and then
which why
this was like the escalation of that. But like, and
But that's why
even
they brought in Soldier Boy.
yeah, so I'm like, bro, It could have. I think they could have gotten here quicker.
So that's
they could have did this in season 3.
I don't know. I was about to say
the way it ends.
I don't want to say too much or try to make too much of an opinion just because I genuinely haven't watched since season 3. I've caught bits and pieces, and I watched the finale, so I'm not going to have a genuine down opinion. But with not like missing all that shit in between there, except for watching Gen V season 1 and 2. And then just watching straight up the finale, it's like I didn't miss anything except for where the fuck is Marie, and then where the fuck is Soldier Boy? Why is he not a part of what's going on? That's enough to be like, I don't care about it. And
that's why I said that. Like when I was watching the finale and like Marie, all that Marie did was drive these
going to Canada,
and I'm like, bro. They had to have rewritten this because they built her up so much.
I'm telling you, if you follow her online, she's furious. And they've had to rewrote it.
Definitely Godolkin.
Oh yeah, that thing.
Like if she could have killed Godolkin, then she could have killed Homelander.
Apparently, because of the dude that died, they had to put like all the later season plans of Gen V in season 2. I think Godolkin was supposed to be after Homelander, because if you think about it, where do you really go after Homelander?
Yeah.
Godolkin's plan is farther past. Let's upgrade suits as a whole.
Yeah, in all fairness, we can't judge if we don't know the actual background of why things have changed.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So like, if they would have did that, it probably would have been better. It probably would have worked out great, honestly. Yeah. But what they did was all right. Though my only problem is that, like, bro, season 4 felt weaker than the rest because and I was like, all right, they're just building up to season 5. Everything they're doing is chess pieces to build up to season 5. But then season 5, most of it threw it away to set up a prequel. With Soldier Boy that I really don't care. I already cared less about it than Gen V. But if Gen V and the boys were really good, it would make me excited for that other thing because it was just good. But because they wasted so much time trying to build up this other thing, a lot of it fell pretty flat.
It's like this whole
so like I'm not excited.
Half of the season is a commercial for some other shit that's coming.
I'm not excited to watch 3 to 5 seasons of just
the N-word
superhero racism
with a hard R.
Yeah, like I'm not. I know some people. There's a particular
Quentin Tarantino's directing it.
Doing 3 seasons of that.
I'm just saying, if it's popular, which is probably going to be, I'm not going to lie. This is right up. This is Jensen Ackles. You know,
he's a great actor.
He's a great actor. The way our life is right now, I feel like this is going.
In all fairness, though, they wrote this season before all this shit happened. But everybody was thinking they were mirroring this.
I know we're not, but like
Daredevil came 2, out, like, I can't believe they did like the whole
that
Jesus
happened in
thing.
Daredevil 2. I was like,
when mirrored himself as Jesus.
Yeah,
and then they had the Homelander episode, and he was like, "Bro, ruin the whole episode."
It's actually funny because in between like season 1 to 3, there people were saying before this last one came out that like, oh, they're getting 2 extra, 2 over the top. And I kept saying it's literally just because he's not president right now. The minute he became president, it was like, oh, they're not going big enough.
Yeah. But honestly, they were shut up. I feel like I don't know how to word this. They are like, yeah, it feels like it's not going. I feel like we feel that it's awkward or it's too much or they're hitting right on the nose and we don't really care for certain things. But I feel like there's a core audience because you see people who defend Homelander that they don't get that this is a parody.
I think it's a very good thing to call out the people who are
they
trash.
Don't get that this is a parody. And so that's what I'm saying. I feel like Vault Rising is going to be a success because it's going to be hitting notes that
because people like Soldier Boy for like just like they like Homelander too for the wrong reason.
But I mean,
for the wrong reason.
Like even still, like it doesn't even matter. Even if the most on the nose thing that they did was like the Elon Musk that was in there and they killed him.
I didn't even catch that at
crazy
first.
Is like that was like again that was before.
Yeah, and then
like
Elon
they
Musk,
had him dressed just like Elon Musk, and that was before Elon Musk even dressed like that.
Yeah,
which again, that's actually insane,
crazy.
Like bro, even down to the hat,
it's insane. And then even to that point, like even if you address it directly, people don't give a. Talked about this with the Punisher. Like they literally had the Punisher say directly to these, like, you guys are some. And then people were just like, nah, he didn't mean it.
Yeah, he
like,
did.
I mean, he's been saying that for years.
It's been
but then
like,
the craziest thing, the actor didn't even get
the Punisher
point of
logo
that.
The Marvel comics have been telling the Punisher people, the people who appropriated the Punisher logo,
they still don't get it.
They still don't get it.
John Bernthal didn't get it.
See, that's the thing. Like what Sam was just saying. Like it's hard to try to have a moral for actors and then the product they give out for that exact thing with John Bernthal, because John Bernthal is like that kind of guy that would use the Punisher logo as a cop, as a person, but he portrays the story and like it's like the visual, the what you're showing us really nails down what the message is, but himself is missing it. So then it's like, is the message itself like?
It's as if he wrote the book but didn't get the message he wrote.
Just like Eric Clapton being a Zionist.
It's like when you're like when you read someone else's shit, you're like, I really like this way that you thought about this. You're like, I actually didn't even think about that when I wrote that.
I do want to side note though, like I'm not saying that he is like a far right conservative kind of guy, because he comes out and he says that he has friends that were firefighters, cops, military, so he has family and close relations. So there's a reason.
Hold on, nobody ever said anything about firefighters.
Yeah, firefighters aren't bad.
Fine.
No, I know that, but I'm just saying, like,
they're good people.
Yeah, I know.
They're good people.
Once they stop spraying people with hoses, they start really straightened up their act.
They stopped doing that. That was great.
Yeah, they straightened up their PR.
Yeah.
We remember that.
How do we feel about Sister Sage's ending?
Bro, she's
hold on.
Hold
on really quick.
That was another one that was like wasted.
I
really quick. Because, first of all,
sometimes I don't want to be bothered.
I liked the ending of the show. I thought they tied things up fine.
Really?
And well, because there's not much where else are we going to go with this.
Fair.
You could have shit the bed with the whole thing, but they didn't. I thought the Homelander fight was, I just wanted him to die. I'm going to spoiler this. I read the whole episode before, a couple days before it came out.
You read it?
Yeah, someone had leaked
the
all
script.
the scenes online.
Oh, that's crazy.
Oh, like a summary?
Yeah.
It's a weird way to want to experience it, but I with it.
Well, I'm different about certain things. I explained to my girl earlier, like superhero things like that. I don't give a how if I get that spoiled for me, because I just want to see how it unravels, because it's a superhero thing. There's no... I don't have
the comic. Like, I get it.
Right. I don't have, So I just want to see how it unravels. So I read the whole thing and I was like, okay. As I was reading, I was like, if this turns out this way, like there's some things I was reading where I was like Tara just kind of dying. I was like, that's kind of random and pointless, but all right, if it moves the plot forward, sure. But so as I was watching it and it was happening, like with Sister Sage's thing, and I was like, this is perfect, because like she said, it was so loud. And now it's just it shows you that sometimes ignorance is bliss.
Yes,
because
absolutely.
She knew everything, and that will anger you. If you're smarter than everybody and you don't understand why they're so stupid, you just get angry.
Or like you can't enjoy certain things, like like how Persia always talks about the dubla oblongata and the egos and the philosophy behind shit. And
she lobotomized herself. We've already done that.
It takes him sometimes out of certain, like how he can't enjoy certain superheroes. Because of what he knows in real life.
Smart. Her first thought was to go to Harry Potter world.
Yeah. See, but my thing isn't even that, that's not my problem.
That wasn't
I thought
shade,
her ending was good. But it's just like,
you're right,
bro.
Yeah. You can't enjoy it
when Homelander got the V1 and she was like, it's impossible. That's the most predictable thing. You got told earlier that he's kind of proud of him, and then she gives up. She's like, all right, I'm not helping you. But the way to help them ended up, like, if she just would have been more like, everything she did, everything could have went the same way, but the whole time she was like, yep, this is exactly how I wanted it to go. Like season 4 at the end.
Yeah.
Then I would have been like, all right, I
think what her problem was is you can be the smartest person and you still can't predict human nature.
That's lame as hell. She went the whole episode saying people are predictable.
To an extent.
That's because
people are predictable.
That's her ego.
But to be fair though, that was also out of character for Soldier Boy. Like Soldier Boy doesn't give a fuck about anybody.
And he's made it very clear
like,
he
people are
cannot
not
stand
predictable.
Homelander.
She was just saying that. Again, I think that's more of her ego thing. But that also she's beating herself up because her human nature betrayed herself. She was saying that when she fell in love with Godolkin.
Yeah.
She even said, she's like, that wasn't part of the plan.
Love. Oh yeah,
but
that's why she said that. She said that breakdown about love.
Yeah,
when she was talking about Frenchie.
But it was predictable though. Like even to us, it was predictable. And Ashley told her he kind of is proud of him. Like he's kind of conflicted. Yeah. If there's even a chance on some Ozymandias, if there's even a bit of a chance, I'm not taking the chance.
Bro, when I was watching that,
and that's what she's based off of.
I was like, bro, Watchmen did it so well.
So much, yes.
So well.
And that's what I was expecting when they said
one of the greatest dialogues in history for any media is that man. Yeah. It will never be topped.
No.
It will never be topped. So watching her, like, but the thing is, like, he understood, and also he had a weapon in place that didn't have human nature. Like, Dr. Manhattan's human nature was gone.
That is true.
As soon as he became a god, his human nature was gone. So he had that to play with.
Yeah.
And then he manipulated it in a way to his own liking, which was perfect because he's like, I'm going to find a little bit of that human nature. I'm going to play with it a little bit with the cancer and all that shit. So it was a little different. He started blaming himself. Because again, you could have saved all these people. You just choose not to, bro.
See, that's a real genius. That's a real
That's what I'm saying.
accomplishment.
Like he had things to play with that she didn't have to play with.
But she didn't have the same stakes either.
She had a man-child and a frozen who both their egos were going at it with each other. Like they were both
that
a little.
Should have been easier of a time.
But it's so unpredictable because they're both so insane.
But like that, I mean,
They're
that's
both so stupid.
That's actually
Just-
this would be, I think, the second instance of that, because the first instance was Godolkin. Like he f***ed up the plans.
So okay,
but that was
it's
another.
men who think they're gods, and then gods who don't want to be men. Dr.
Yeah.
Manhattan was a god,
Preach.
getting away from his humanhood, while these were men who believed themselves to be God.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the problem
And
lies.
then it's like,
that's
so
where I'm going to go with
you
that.
can't really, you can't really predict what
She's
they're
just a
gonna
fraud.
do.
You ate that.
Like I think that she's a genius. Like she is a genius, but yeah, like you can never fully predict human nature. Like even at 9 times out of 10, maybe you can, or even 99 out of 100. But that one time, well, because this there was nothing predictable, really. I mean, we could predict it as viewers, but like if you were in that scenario, there was no reason why he should want Homelander to have this. Like, so even
Ashley read his mind.
The only thing that would like kind of be an indication, which was even the reason that he gave was because like, oh, this is what Clara would want. Clara!
It was stupid.
This
But
bitch
that's
is
the thing.
dead.
We don't know that.
We don't.
They hinted a lot that she wasn't dead.
Yeah, and then
He
didn't
even said, "Did you see the body?"
Yeah,
That's why people are thinking
like is getting
that's
set
people
for
up.
are thinking that Vault Rising is well, people are thinking Vault Rising is also a sequel.
Yeah, I
Like
think
a
it is,
prequel
yeah.
sequel.
I thought they
Because they
said
also
that.
said the Gen V
They haven't
kids
really
will
said
be in other stuff. What
Yeah.
other stuff?
Aside
will they
from
come
the
out?
Boys
Besides that and
Mexico.
Boy-
Yeah,
the
you got
Boys
the Boys
Mexico.
Mexico.
Yeah, that's it.
Which I'm
And
really
they're gonna
curious
send
about.
Random college kids to Mexico.
You might. We do it all the time for Canada.
They went to Canada.
Brain.
Nigga, you give
fun.
Compound V to a drug lord.
You're really excited about
It's
this, ain't you?
over.
I think
It's
every time we
over.
bring up the Boys
It's
Mexico, he lights up.
over.
I think.
Well, the Boys Mexico is also in Spanish.
beat
Like
up
they're doing
Pablo,
it in
like,
Spanish.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're staying
Bro,
pretty.
do
lit to
you
this.
do you guys understand
Sweet.
how violent these can be?
That seems
used to be-
kind of.
No, it's
Homelander
ain't
You guys
general.
understand how violent Mexicans can
He's
be.
saying
like
in
Homelander
general.
is
I'm not
pretty
talking about
violent.
Mexicans. I'm talking about drug
cartels.
lords, like the cartels in Mexico.
I just keep hearing. you
They
say
would
Mexicans.
literally. I saw a documentary, a clip from a documentary where in one of the cities that is like controlled by the drug lords, they would like execute people and then chop them up and do whatever they're gonna do, and then leave the parts in baggies for the police so they wouldn't have to search for them. Like, do you know how
Here are
much?
the hands, here are the
Like,
feet.
yes, yes.
Labels.
Like, bro, it's like the difference between. I'm actually curious to see how they're going to portray that, because like it's like the difference between what we imagine as dangerous in the United States is like a hood. But
Yeah.
like if you go to Iraq or you go to like parts of Africa or you go to
Concrete
like a
jungle.
drug lord area in Mexico, this is nothing. This
Yeah.
is nothing. Those people that they killed, do you remember like 2 years ago they killed a bunch of black people in Mexico and it turned out to be a big thing? They killed them on sight because they thought they were Dominicans.
Mhm.
They thought they were Dominican drug dealers and they just killed them. Like, no questions.
Mhm.
Both groups of those people speak Spanish. They didn't try to say nothing to these boo, 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 like just at the light.
It's on site.
It's like, bro. So and then they came out, and I'm pretty sure that the leader of whatever that cartel was apologized and said and killed the people that did it, and then apologized and said like, this isn't what we do.
And he sent the family money. He
that's
sent
called
the family money.
That's called having
That's
a conscience.
crazy.
If you ask me, that sounds way less violent than the U.S. government.
Well, the U.S. government is a different.
That's a
different
true
beast.
businessman.
That's
And
a different beast.
that's the soups we got.
Yeah.
That's a different beast.
Their
That's
soups,
crazy.
You know,
Our
maybe
cartel is the
widespread,
CIA.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
that is
FBI.
very true. And FBI.
Yeah, the CIA or the
Yeah, they're all
DEA.
all
And the
together.
DEI.
Do y'all know about
DEI?
the? Do y'all know about the
Which one?
with Coco? Boy, they
Who the fuck is
fucking-
Coco?
Yeah, what the
Coco
fuck are we
or
talking
no,
about?
I'm sorry, it was Kiki. Kiki was
Kiki Palmer?
that's
you-
what
Kiki, do you love me?
no, Narcos Mexico was about Kiki. And Kiki was a DEA agent and he was undercover in the cartel. They found out that he was undercover and they tortured him and killed him.
Goals.
And then they did an operation, I think it was Operation Kiki or something like that. And they sent the DEA into Mexico and they arrested people in the government. They was killing, like they lit that up. They was like, we getting it back in blood. They literally said that. That's an actual quote. Yeah, they said, we getting it
In blood. Fuck.
That's what
Okay.
Patel said.
No, who was Patel?
Cash Patel.
No. This was in the 90s.
He's the-
First
and he's the
off,
leader
nobody
of the
talked
FBI.
anything about the fucking art museum downtown.
DIA.
That's crazy.
DIA.
That's
Not
crazy.
DEA.
This is
He
crazy
doesn't
work.
understand.
This is crazy
Same
work.
thing.
Hey, what did Pusha T say?
I don't
What?
know.
Well, he said, ugh. He did say that.
Anyways.
No, this is a song with 50 Cent called Raid. It's in there. Great song.
So moving forward, are we over evil Superman stories?
No.
Yeah, it depends.
I think
Yeah, I was about to say,
the
who's
era
writing it?
was
Yeah, if
over
it's good,
before
we'll take
even
it.
this season.
Like with
Like,
this.
Omni-Man ran his course. Now he's
Omni-Man,
that good.
Injustice. We haven't had an
Here's-
Injustice
here's
video
my
game in
thing.
Yeah, like I
years.
think the
See, none of
Superman.
these, in all fairness, none of these people are Superman level, though. So let's
No,
just
but
put
it's
that out
just
there.
like the archetype.
The
I think
yeah.
once we got the Superman movie, the last vestige of that trope really is Homelander. Now that he's gone, I think
I don't think
we're
there's
looking
anywhere
past
else
Man
to
is a good
go.
guy now.
I don't think there's anywhere else to go with like Homelander was the
Rag.
embodiment of what that kind of trope represents, and like with him gone, we don't need it
And
again.
Injustice. What
I was
happened?
about to say
at the end?
Injustice.
he's in
Injustice
jail
is
now.
really good,
He's in a
first of all.
Red Sun prison.
Red Sun Prison.
Yeah, Tom
Badass.
Taylor's great. Tom Taylor's great.
Yeah. So like
But that was a very good way of doing that.
Injustice.
Yeah, Injustice was a great way of doing an evil Superman.
It was.
Because it was directly Superman and not like Superman
Yeah.
adjacent. So
Right.
that's probably
No, not
why.
only that, but it's like he didn't go out of his way. First off, he wanted people to fear him. That's why at one point he was a Yellow Lantern. But he
Yeah.
wanted people to fear him. Like Homelander hated it when people feared him. Like Superman was like, to control these people, they have to fear you.
Jesus Christ.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know.
Dramatic.
Oh,
But like, not only that, but like he killed when he had to kill.
he killed a child.
He killed
He
a
did.
Homelander ain't done that.
actual
we know.
child.
Oh, yes, he did. He killed a plane full of people.
He did that shit without remorse. He just, you know what? You kind of fucking up the game right now.
Mm-hmm.
We can't have you. This is how it is. He killed some of his best friends.
Mm-hmm.
He
And the way
beat
they
Green
did it was
Arrow
like
to death.
like a progression. He didn't just
Yeah.
all of a sudden
Yeah,
snap
that's
to being
true.
evil.
Right.
That's true. Like Homelander been evil. You know, Omni-Man. This whole
But yeah,
alien destiny. There was a lead up until.
I mean, in
You
all
got
fairness,
to
yeah,
Injustice
that
too.
snap was proper.
I think
Like,
we'll get
that's
the
not-
trope
I mean,
again.
Joker went too far.
I
Joker
think-
always
yeah.
goes too far.
I mean, that was
But
too
let's
far.
real quick before we move on from that. The real standout, the real MVP of Injustice, Plastic Man.
That is
Plastic
true.
Man.
Plastic
What did he
Man.
do
That
in
is true.
Injustice?
He saved his
Plastic
son.
Man basically spit in Superman's face.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
He walked into
Then he
that
talked
bitch and was like, "You're literally sitting on a throne, and you're not a dictator."
Yeah.
Okay. And then he could have washed everybody.
Yeah, he just got a son and dipped out of there.
Yeah, that's all Plastic Man wanted. But there's a reason why nobody stepped to him in that room.
That is true.
Because there was a room. Wonder Woman's in that room. Sinestro was in that
Wonder
room.
Woman, I was really mad at her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in all fairness, I mean, she's a warrior. She's a warrior first before anything.
So that's what I was going to say. The difference with like bringing it into Justice, the boys, is the complete lack of human. Like Superman and Wonder Woman, like resemble humans, but they're not humans.
No, and I think that's like the best part about their characters in general, because they look like us, but they are not us.
Yeah,
That's why I just read that Wonder Woman Dead Earth in like that is excellent with her in there because that's the Amazonians aren't necessarily in the wrong in that one, but the Earth gets destroyed and nuked, and Wonder Woman kills Superman, and it's great. It's fantastic.
Did you just say, you know what? All right.
Amazonians weren't really wrong?
And then immediately say, but the Earth did get destroyed in that one?
No, so in Wonder Woman Dead Earth, Amazonians try to kill humans because humans are polluting the Earth and destroying it.
Why they not from here?
Amazonians still live on the planet, and they're like they're goddesses. Like
they have a secret island.
Yeah,
get these hoes out of here, bro.
And so they were like, humans are.
This is why
bad.
we can't have a woman president.
Well, they launched
acting
nukes.
on emotion.
They launched nukes at Themyscira, and the nukes were polluting the air, of course, and all this. But yeah, they're like, yo, humans gotta go.
Wait, they launched nukes at where the Amazons were
on a protected island.
Okay,
on an island that's protected by a shield.
They found it. Like it got.
They're in
found
Israel?
Out. It got found out. No, Israel's protected by America. Completely different.
But they also have a dome.
They
have
do.
a dome.
Well,
They have a dome
but that
in
done
Israel?
didn't really. Yeah.
No,
But it
that's
didn't really
real?
hold
How'd it
up
do against Iran?
Oh my
How'd it do
god!
against
Yes,
Iran?
sir. Yes, sir. Sorry.
We
What
gotta
just
cut this out.
No, we don't. Israel. No.
Mandalorian.
No, but I do gotta say, yeah, I think the evil Superman trope is done. It'll probably come back in like 10, 20 years, but for now, it's
about-
run its
I was
course.
about
No,
to
we
say,
gotta
what are they
move
doing in
on.
the comics right now?
Just in superhero, honestly. Did you want to do DMC real quick?
Devil May Cry is peak,
Amazing.
and it
I
should be
haven't
talked.
It's good.
It's super
I've
good.
only seen the first episode of the first season.
That was
It's
actually
still really good.
The
it's actually
soundtrack
really,
is-
really
Yes.
good, bro. They had
Never
to spend-
stops.
bro.
Never.
I don't know. I want to know what their budget was because they had to have spent so much money on the music.
When I was watching, bro, when I was like, because I was for the episode with was it episode 3 when Lady saves Dante, and then they kiss at the end,
Gay.
and then Evanescence starts playing. Evanescence starts playing, and I'm sitting there for a second, and I was kind of like on my phone for that part, and then Evanescence started playing. I'm like, hold on. I was like, bro, is this playlist all like 2005,
Metal.
2008?
Yes,
Because
rock.
it was Papa Roach, Evanescence, other.
The first
Bro,
season
the
had
sequence-
Evanescence song actually Bring Me to Life?
Yeah, I think it was Bring Me to Life,
It just says multi-million-dollar range. It doesn't give me an actual.
bro. But
They were snapping.
they're-
Bodies hit the floor.
sync licenses for songs like that,
It's
bro,
expensive.
That's
is so expensive.
That's why no one pays for Beyonce songs.
That's why they. That's why they pay for
They match the
covers.
scenes, though.
They like they get covers instead of like the actual
Yeah.
song because
Yeah.
it's too expensive.
Bro, when that I texted y'all in the group chat on the first episode when Virgil started going on the killing spree and Bodies Hit the Floor started playing. That's when I paused it and I was like, hold on, bro.
Virgil is a more mature, advanced version of like Vegeta.
That's what. Yeah, I was saying
yeah,
he's a much better version of Vegeta than things that come out.
I
Oh, he
don't.
died of cancer.
Who? Vegeta?
Virgil?
Oh,
Oh,
right.
talking about the artist.
What happened to Virgil?
I'm confusion.
No.
He's talking about Off-White Virgil.
Yeah. Light skin.
R.I.P.
Virgil. No,
He said
Off-White.
Off-White?
Who are we talking about? though?
Off-White is a
Off-White, the
designer.
company.
He was a
Oh,
fashion
okay.
designer.
company.
We're talking about Virgil from DMC.
Yeah, get on
Don't
track,
make it.
guys. What are you doing?
Virgil is like he's
Oh, knocked it off.
when I'm saying that, I don't mean that like he's like the advanced version. I just mean like we've said before, like Dragon Ball Z is very like kind of elementary as an anime.
Yeah.
So like this is like a more mature anime. So he's a more mature version of like what we expect from Vegeta, because like he has legitimate gripes. Okay, he's went through some like he's been through some and he's like. But he still has a heart. Like he's still like a
Like I said, you could see that when he rescued that girl. Because he didn't have to rescue that girl. He didn't have to continue to save that girl.
and he was spitting a little bit. I can't remember what he said. It was when they were on like the platform and they were fighting, and Dante was trying to like cuss him out, basically like, you guys killed all these people and blah blah blah. And he's like, doesn't your government kill people?
Yeah, he's like, you've been doing it for years.
He like he literally said like, I can't stand I can't stand the moral posturing of like these sapiens in this world.
Yeah.
Like you guys think you're better than everyone else because you frame things in that way. Whereas like Yes.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, he was like literally the first episode. All those people that got sent into were literally
sent on
to
purpose.
die. Yeah, they were sent to die as a distraction. That was it. They even admitted it. Like, yeah, they weren't coming
literally
back.
do
He was
that.
surprised Lady came back. He was like, I ain't gonna lie to you,
And
bro.
Virgil
He
let all
wasn't supposed
those.
to come back.
He let all those people live in the hallway. they all shot at him. He's like,
Get the fuck
yeah.
out
He's
of
like,
here.
if you want to leave, just leave.
That's
He was
what I'm
like,
saying. Like, he had more humanity
Yeah.
than the humans.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then
But
like
also he was happy
to
with
that
it.
point, like that is a real thing. False flags are real things. Like
Yeah.
they really do like that. They really will sacrifice a group of people for as a means to an end.
Yeah,
So
our
it's-
government speed running them right now.
Every government does that, bro. Like our government is
Wasn't
probably
there,
the
like, 30
worst.
shots?
It's
But,
called
like,
Project
dude,
Northwood, guys.
The
Project- Yeah.
Germany during the Nazi regime ran. This is like kind of ties into that. There's literally a part where somebody defected from U.S. to like be a spy or among like Nazi and to get intel, and they were like told that they were in a village, and so the people they were like spies to try to kill the architect that made the concentration camps. They came up with ideas of gas chambers, blah blah blah. They end up killing the guy. When they kill the guy and then they try to run off, and then the village like hides the guy. Like it's not even talked about. Literally, the Nazis, Hitler, just bombed the entire village, killed all the Germans. Not like they didn't care if they were Jews or not. They just bombed them because there was somebody there that killed their person. And
Israel.
killed all those innocent people.
Yeah.
Just
Israel.
bombed all of them.
Yeah.
But also, like Japan did the same thing. Japan leading up to World War II, Japan was at war with China, and they have a documented false flag. That was right. That was when they switched from letting the actual monarchs be the actual government to like just being the face of the government. I can't remember what that guy's name was. The eras that were in like Demon Slayer, how they like this the Edo era, the like whatever. They're named after whoever the head monarch was at that time.
Edo period.
He
Like
was
dynasties.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was the dynasty. The one before they switched, this was why they switched, because that guy was a psycho, and he was like,
Oh, genius.
they didn't remove him from power either. They just like they took his power away, but they didn't remove him from his,
We're gonna let you stay,
his
bro.
rank.
They just
But,
retconned them.
yeah, but
You
like
just ain't getting choices.
but he did do something like that where it was like, I can't remember all the exact details. I feel like it had something to do with a train, but they did. You said Mukden?
Train?
Yeah,
that doesn't
Mukden-
sound good.
Like they like
Thing about trains in World War II.
Exactly.
it was before it. I think this is
Detonated a small explosive charge near the tracks of a Japanese-owned South Manchuria railway close to Mukden.
yes, and then blamed it on China. So then they had a reason to attack China.
Also, they 9/11 themselves.
Yeah, this
So,
was
again,
this
Project Northwood is an actual thing from
yes,
the U.S.
Hashtag
they
never
presented
forget.
Project Northwood was a proposal to John F. Kennedy to do a false flag so that they had a reason to attack Cuba.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
Cuba,
But they've been doing it before that.
and
just didn't have a name for it.
JFK said no. That's why that's part of the reason why there's so much conspiracy around his death,
deaths.
because he wanted to dismantle the CIA because they were doing shit like that.
Yeah.
And then he got killed, and then Lyndon B. Johnson took over
Yeah.
and reinstated the guy that got removed by JFK.
Yeah.
And like all the like just
It went to
it's
the
li-
Vietnam
it's-
War.
That's literally like you just
It's just so much
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
But like all that is to say, like we know that these do this shit, so it's like what Virgil said was true. But it's rough because you do want to have some kind of like a moral compass. Like you want to have something like that.
Mhm.
But it's like it's hard to, it's kind of like what we were talking about on the call the other day, whereas like it's so difficult to be so aware of things to the point where like you're not being a hypocrite.
I think
Like-
Virgil
Yeah.
had that moral compass though, because like you said, he let those guys in the hallway live.
He did.
Like they weren't the ones making the orders to kill him, so he gave them a new choice.
But that's
And
why
that's why I like that he let them live, because you know usually the villain will like as soon as they start to run, he'll kill them.
Yeah,
all.
just laugh and
But
kill.
like
he's
I was
not a
surprised they
villain.
got in the
Yeah, like,
right,
he's
but they
not a
were
villain.
painting him as part of a villainy.
yeah.
But then when he let them leave, that showed that the government was even more of a villain because they sent them down there to die. And the villain let them live.
Yeah.
He gave them a choice. The government didn't give them a choice.
And then like so there is that, and then he, like I said, like he's not really a villain. He was just, that's what I like about him too, and it's the same thing I said when I said I like Toji, and I like there's some villains that I like.
Good father?
No, because they're not
Nazi hardcore.
No, not Nazi hardcore. They're not. You defended Homelander. Shut the fuck up.
Defend Homelander.
You did say you wanted him to survive.
Moving on.
I wanted him to suffer. I wanted Homelander to suffer.
No, Benny. San Juan does not want to hear
suffer.
Anyway,
Suffer.
San Juan does not want to hear it in his ears.
I wanted to hear him suffer.
They're not.
Have him suffer.
They're not like fake about. It's not. They're not posturing. Like so, Virgil or like whatever. He didn't try to justify what he did. He was just like, yeah, I killed this. Like
they have no shame.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're not shameless in a way where like they're not shameless in a bad way, but they're just shameless in a neutral way. Like I owned what I did. That's it. Like Virgil or what's his name? Dante was like, you killed him. And then Virgil was like, yeah, I killed him. Just like you killed 1,000 of my people. I don't give a what are you talking about? Like, so it's that like ownership of what you do, and not really like you're living by your own code. You're not living by like some kind of a thing outside of it. And even that goes even to his own side. Like he was standing up to Mundus and whoever the else too.
I think because we talked about they're fighting and shit like that, but I think they're the perfect example of not only talent versus hard work, but nurture versus nature, where like one of them was just nurtured his whole life, so he's like, why would you kill that man? He seen what he was doing was right. Dante was like, what I'm doing is right. He's seen it good versus evil, while Virgil just seen it as everybody's the same. Like, that's just that. Like, you kill my people, what, you're gonna get mad because I killed yours? Like, there's literally no difference between what we've done.
Yeah.
But you just see yourself as the good guy.
Yeah.
I see myself as the solution.
I read that in a book before, and it was, he said something, there's a quote, it's no man desires evil. No man desires evil means like in everyone's story, they have a reason for why they're doing what they're doing. Yeah. So like in the book that I read it in, it was from the perspective of a guy that was fighting in Vietnam, and the way that it's presented to the Americans is like, you're gonna go fight tyranny, and these people are doing this and blah blah blah. So you're like, yeah, like let's go do this. But in Vietnam, they're being told like these coming over here trying to take our like blah, blah, and they're like, hell yeah, like so on both sides.
We just making money, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Like but like there's another book called War is a Racket, and that's basically what it means. Like racket is like
it's just a game.
It's just a game. And they're to the people that are doing the propagandizing, they know what the reason is. Like, they know what they're going over there for.
Yeah.
But you don't know what you're going over there for, so they're giving you a reason to go over
there. That's the perfect perfect movie for that is All Quiet on the Western Front.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
When they literally hype up those 16-year-olds to join the fucking German army in World War I.
They sent them to still fight until they knew that the war was ending, and still sent them to go fight.
Bro said we got 15 minutes left.
Like,
told you
we're not clocking out until it's really over.
He literally said, "I dismiss you, not the bell."
Yes, it basically. But it's
children,
like,
bro.
It's so. That was the thing that I liked about the first season of Devil May Cry. It was like that part where Lady, like they had infiltrated some like demon place, like the demons were being held there.
Are you talking about the
huge apartment complex?
Yes,
with all
and
of them there?
she told the soldiers.
Isn't it the White Rabbit had them there? Like those were the people that he saved.
Yes. And she went in there and she was like talking to them, and she was trying to save them. And then she ordered the soldiers, "Don't kill them." And then the guy above her was like, "Kill him." And then they were just like, "Okay." And like that's what like these That's what the military is. That's what the police is. Like they're like a hired gun. So that's
all
why
it is.
That's why I can't. I wouldn't say I don't
You don't
like
respect
them.
the police.
No, I wouldn't say that, but like
I would.
I don't.
I wouldn't say that because I can respect that they think they're doing the right thing. Like so I can respect that they like you think like regardless of what you think about what they're doing or not, they are willing to sacrifice their lives for something they believe in.
To an
That
extent.
is commendable.
Are you talking about DMC or cops in real life?
In general, like
But like you said, everybody always thinks it's going to be good no matter what.
exactly. But like a lot of people are not willing to die for their convictions. So if you're willing to die for your convictions, that's commendable. But if your convictions are being manipulated by a hand above you, that's not really your fault.
I see where you're
Like,
coming from.
You like so
You got cop friends.
I do have cop friends actually.
Same.
But I'm saying like, but I don't.
give no
I'm not
passes.
somebody. I'm not somebody that thinks that just like because you're a cop you're a hero, because that's not true.
No.
Everybody's
Like,
gotta have a
you're
job,
only a
brother.
hero if you do something
Bro,
heroic.
I watch a lot of cop body
Yes.
cam videos and shit like that. And I talked recently because they had that new Netflix documentary come out called The Crash, which is very good. But I watched the YouTube clips before that thing came out of the actual cop body cam footage and shit like that. And they have the scene where they have to tell the parents that those 2 boys are dead. And I'm like, bro, I could never do that. Like delivering that news to a parent.
Yeah.
I'm watching the scenes and I'm like,
bro.
This is just a YouTube clip.
Bro.
But I was like, this is tough to watch.
When I was, bro.
Because you're telling a parent that the person that's supposed to outlive them will not be outliving them.
Bro, when I worked in Dearborn, when I worked at Fairlane, we worked with like Dearborn police would come like work with us on the weekends. And I worked with a dude that worked a case the week before because Dearborn and Dearborn Heights are right next to each other. So at night, Dearborn Heights has like a skeleton crew, and there was a murder that happened where a guy killed his whole family. Well, he killed everyone but his wife. He killed their kids. No,
It's another 17 more years.
No, he killed their.
This is not a jokeable thing. I'm so sorry.
He killed their.
But that's a good reference.
He killed their 2 like children, like babies.
Yeah,
and like he did the chemical thing where like he suffocated them in the car.
Jesus Christ!
And then
double homicide.
And then he tied up. There was literally a double homicide. And then he tied up the son and the daughter and made the mom watch when he stabbed them.
Oh my God.
And then he stabbed
Take back what I said.
her, but then like the cops came and she survived, but like he didn't. Or like he survived, he got arrested. He waited on the porch. But like the cops had to like stand by while this was like being cleaned up. Like, bro, that's not for a weak mind. Like you can't.
No.
You can't. I would never. I could not do something like that.
That dude used to work with security at Macomb. He became a Detroit police officer.
Matt, yeah.
And then he came up to the phone, and I think me and Boudreaux were talking. We were like, "Yo, what's the thing you ever
Someone
seen?"
threw a baby out of car.
Bro, he told us that he showed up to a house and the mom was high as and she had shot both her kids with a shotgun, and she didn't even know it.
Bro, like this, the that they got to deal with. I like that's why I can't apply like one rule to any group of people because it's not. That's the same thing as like being.
I don't know how.
I agree with you on that one.
Much preparation is for certain jobs.
6 months,
a
lot.
No, for the thing I'm about to say is like because I know like FBI they have to be desensitized or there's some position where do you know about the what's it called the
those
toolbox?
Like the toolbox murders. Or
yeah,
whatever.
do you guys ever heard about that toolbox murders? It was a
Did
murder.
you ever listen to him?
No, stop.
Is that the one in the woods?
Anyways, no. So
No, it was in a van.
Long story short, it's 2 guys, 2 up guys. They just get a van and they just go around kidnapping girls and then torture them and record it.
That was in California.
Okay. And so they, like, that case, like, the jurors, they had to, like, watch or listen to the things. A bunch of them killed themselves. The judge killed himself.
I think
like,
the lead detective did, too.
Yeah, like, so many things.
A lot of the detectives, like, became alcoholics and ended
was,
up, like leaving their job.
So it was like a first of its kind.
And it might be, one of those things that's just like, oh, told on the internet. It's a false. I don't know how severe it is. But that some agents have to listen to that to be able to be desensitized.
Yeah.
The whole reason I'm going to this is I watched body cam footage like how you do, but the people that were going in weren't the cops. They were like coroners or somebody, because the whole thing was they're saying, my sister, we haven't heard from her in like a week. We don't know what's going on, blah, 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 this, that, and that. And so the cops, they kind of look around. They're like, oh, we don't see anything. And then the guys that are like, all right, we're going to go in. They're just like, they're so straightforward. They're just like, all right, you ready to like get in this? Right when they go in, there's like a dead body, gunshots, everything. Just like, all right, I see a wound here. Okay. There's blood on the ground here. All right.
Tunnel vision, baby.
It's just like, man, you really have to just like to go into that just to be it as a forensic like way instead of thinking like, somebody died right there.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
I asked the guy that because it was like he said that he ate a sub while he was standing in that house.
That's crazy.
But it was like, I was like, bro, how do you desensitize yourself to something like that? And he's like, you're not gonna make it if you don't.
Yeah.
Like if you
just get
I
used
did
to
watch
it,
a body cam footage where one of the cops went into a house and they found a dead boy in the crawl space. The stepdad had killed him because he got into a confrontation with the mom, and so he killed the son. I don't remember why. And also, he was a cop.
The dude who killed the son.
The dude who killed him was a cop. So the people were going to check on him like they knew him, but he was on suspension for some other.
Oh.
So like when the cop, like the one clearly didn't descend because they opened he seen it. First thing he seen, he goes, get the fuck. He had to leave the house. He had to walk out. He started crying. He was like, there's a dead kid in that crawl space, bro. He's like, I can't. I'm not going back in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then they immediately arrested that dude, put him in the back. They were like, bro, you're done for. Like, he was like, well, let me. And they're like, no, we're not letting you do shit, bro.
Yeah.
What the f are you talking about? What are we talking here, dude?
Bro, some of the shit, I've seen some stuff like that too, where like, but I mean, everyone's not like, you could only really get desensitized to something like that if you're in a scenario where you deal with it a lot.
Oh, right.
Like, so if you're in Detroit,
yes.
that's different than like if you're in like Shiawassee or like some.
You made up a town. That's crazy.
Grosse Pointe.
No, or even Grosse Pointe, but Grosse Pointe is close enough to Detroit.
But
like
ERs.
If you were in
Taos or like
stay in your jurisdiction.
Taos is up north.
Marquette. But anyway,
Bay City,
when I worked in ERs, I used to see some like wild shit. And people would just ask me, how do you get over it? You just do.
And also, like, you're gonna, a lot of times.
Same. I was there for 5 years working ERs.
You're gonna respond.
I broke someone's sternum giving them ER. You just
damn.
CPR.
I'm giving them CPR. You just get over that shit.
No, I know.
I don't think I'd get over that.
I think that like
that would about just never do it again.
Also, you do respond. Like, you would be surprised. Like some of the shit that I dealt with when I was dealing with security is like, you don't even think about it. Like, you react or you respond in like whatever way is normal to you.
Delicate, baby.
Like,
delicate.
I'm not somebody, like, a lot of people were like, you don't know how you would react in this situation. For the most part, I react exactly how I think I'm going to react. But because like I've been in the mall where like I turned the corner, there was a fight. I turned the corner and saw a dump a gun in a trash can, and I was like, "What the f are you doing?" And he ran, and then the cops pulled him in, like blah blah blah. But like, I didn't get scared. Like, I was just like, you're dealing with the situation that you're seeing.
You would be the one to say something to him, like, "What the f are you doing?" Me, I would not even act like I seen it. I would have been like,
I would have been hella different.
Nothing.
I would have texted Buddha like, "Hey, bro, there's a gun in this trash can."
What are we trying to get into?
Exactly. That'd have been my problem.
Hey, free gun.
Put that information you want, man.
I think a lot of people, like,
get your gloves.
You react in whatever way is normal to you. And that's why, like, some people have to be trained to react that way.
Because you have to, at least as a normal,
you have to have experience.
Yeah, an experience. Because you can't just like,
it's your nervous system. It's not your mind. Like, that's why so many, they say that about dudes that have like like a lot of men have like these grandiose like kind of daydreams about how they would react in like in a certain situation.
What is it
And,
called?
like,
The Roman Empire?
Yeah, or like
I think that's different. I think that's just like damn near hyperfixation.
but like you imagine like what you would do if an active shooter situation came or like whatever. But like
I'm realistic to know I have no idea.
But if you
Put me in there, coach.
unless you've been in certain situations or unless you know yourself very well, like you don't really know how you would respond in that scenario. So
We're at an hour and 50, guys. Anything else?
yeah. Why did you just shank him?
You just shank?
God.
Wes just shanked Benny off camera.
Camera.
Any final words, gentlemen?
No, so what you guys, Devil May Cry though, like top off Devil May Cry. Finish that.
Devil May Cry?
That was the whole
That
point.
shit, so bro, it's so good, and it's such a good commentary. Like it's a very.
What's the commentary on Devil May Cry?
We just spent 20 minutes.
Oh,
Again, this is you wrote the book, didn't get the message.
I've only seen one episode.
Let me tell you about naps.
No,
Jesus
thank you.
Christ. Had an entire conversation about governments being the corrupt ones.
Oh, okay.
And all that other
That's
shit.
a big message.
What was it about?
We deviated really far from that.
We did, but it was
we
nice
still stayed on it. Yeah, we
Jay,
still
Watch
stayed
body
on
cam
it.
footage on
Do you
YouTube.
want
guys.
to have
that
your
was
quick 2-minute vent about Mortal Kombat real quick?
No, let's wrap it up.
Make
Wait,
it
I
quick.
do got a Mandalorian Grogu was good. I give it a solid.
Did you say?
I give it a 7.5.
Did you
Okay,
say
so
that it was
Benny gave it a
basically
7.
just
Season
the
4,
sequel?
Just unaimed?
It was just like season 4 uncut.
Yeah.
It could act as another season, but it was just,
Yeah. That's the thing I was seeing people say about it. Like a lot of people were just saying this could have just been a season.
Yeah, like the
This could've
scale
just
wasn't
been-
really.
Is that a bad thing or a good
movie-worthy.
thing?
I mean,
it's just how you
take it
feel.
how you want to take it. Take it how you
I
want to
had
take
a great
it.
time with it. I feel like
because you just said that the final season could have just been a movie of the boys.
Boys,
that's
yeah.
true.
You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, yeah.
So,
No.
but they did say it really didn't push any narrative though.
it really didn't. I feel
didn't feel
like
that
it was the
crossing over.
safest option for Star Wars to get back in the movie theaters, even narratively
You know what,
for that
that's fair.
franchise too.
That's fair.
Literally what I was about to say. It was just a test to see like what they would do. And
I just think that was a bad test though, because you should have took a movie that had nothing to do with a property you had expectations from.
See, but they have that next one coming, so it's
That's
just kind of
what I'm
like
saying, but
dipping your
that
toe.
next one should have
Been
been the one.
That's valid. That is
no,
valid.
I
That
get
is
that,
valid.
but it's like we
Starfighter
don't
stuff,
even
yeah.
know. Oh yeah.
That one should have been because there are no expectations because it's not tied to anything.
What's
Yeah.
the timeline
True.
of that?
I think it's
I don't
after.
do-
I think it's the farthest we're
I
going.
just know
in the
Ryan
future.
Gosling's
Five
in there.
years after.
It may be 25
Look,
ABY.
as long as it wasn't a flop.
You know what?
Yeah,
Star
as long
Wars
as it didn't
Grant,
It might
absolutely-
be
Yeah,
though.
I'm about
What-
to say it might be a
I
flop.
have this thing to say about Star Wars. Can we move past the 9 movies? What's happening after?
No, we need to go in
Go to the past. Yeah, go to the
motherfucker.
past.
No,
No, I agree with Benny.
No.
No. Hold on, time out. Because as actual like huge Star Wars, the past has more history, more richness than what the future can hold for us.
You
The
don't
future,
know that.
yes, we
Shut
do.
up.
Because
Comic.
hey,
Books.
check this out.
Books.
Check this out.
Books.
What do you think's coming next after
Mortal-
Skywalker? More Skywalker, because that's the legend of Skywalker. Everything that's going to be built after this is built off of Skywalker. Go before Skywalker.
Ray.
You
Shut
are.
Shut up.
She is a Skywalker. You the whole point
She's
of the
a
movie.
Palpatine.
That she said at the end of the
She's a
fucking
Palpatine.
movie, she goes, "I'm a Skywalker."
She's a Palpatine.
She's a Skywalker by.
Mortal Kombat 7 was good.
It
You
doesn't
are-
I mean,
matter.
Mortal Kombat was a 7.
I'll give it a 6.5. But you are both wrong. They need to go both in the future and the past. Give it a little bit of both.
We need the era, not the era. We need the era when the Rule of Two started. We need that whole thing explaining how it started, the
Yes.
war and all that. Darth Bane, all that.
Give me Darth Malik.
Mic drop.
We just need good Star Wars.
Nick,
Yeah.
do the
Yeah,
thing.
boom.
All right. See you, Space Cowboys, later.
Bye.